No, he's not.
Yes, he is. And what did he do right after 3 o'clock? What does he do? What does he do? What does he do?
I'm sorry.
Why stop with one kid? Why don't you get both your kids? Bring your ex-wife up while you're at it.
Sorry. I told him not to come in here.
What's he doing at the station?
He came by to get his Easter basket.
Why couldn't you get his Easter basket?
Yes.
How old is he?
18.
Okay, and why does an 18-year-old kid get an Easter basket? I started getting Easter baskets when I was little.
Joey made it up for him.
What was in it?
Just things for, like candy and
he don't need any candy.
Eggs. And I brought you chocolate almonds.
I don't want those. I wonder why your kid's wandering around in the studio.
I told him it's after 3 not to come in here. You're the one that encouraged him.
I didn't encourage anything. Oh, here's how I encouraged him. I walked into the studio. Now,
his little friend.
If that's taunting, why is his friend up here?
His buddy's with him.
Why stop here? Why don't we just stick a playpen out there and let them all sit there and play all day?
No.
Eddie, bring your kids up. The one that's still crapping on himself.
His friend is in radio, and he just wanted to see. This is like coming to Disney.
This is not a tour.
I know.
This is not an E-ride.
I told him.
This is not the state fair. I am not Big Tex.
I know. I said, you can come by at 2:30, get your basket, and be gone by 3.
Obviously, he wasn't. Why does it take 30 minutes to pick up an Easter basket? Is it that big?
He wants to see you.
I don't want to see anybody.
Obviously.
I'm not here on display.
Told him that.
I don't want to meet people. I don't like people.
I told him
if there's any way I could exist without knowing people, I would do it.
I know. I told him that.
So why did he come into the studio?
They want to come at 3:30 and stand out there and watch.
He looked at me.
Since when can my kid look at you? Stop it.
Because he's gained weight. I don't know how he looks at me anymore.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Yeah, eat me. Eat me.
No.
Yeah,
he's fine. I'm sorry. I come walking down the hall. What do I see him opening the door?
I don't know. He's throwing sesame seeds on me to eat me.
It was not.
It was a jumbo brush.
No.
Too big to eat.
No. Gave Eddie some jelly beans out of his basket and just wanted to say hi to you. Hadn't seen you in a while.
No family at work.
Okay.
No family.
Okay.
None.
All right.
That means no kids sitting in the office.
Okay.
This is not daycare.
I know.
There ain't a big stork out front with daycare written all over it.
He doesn't have a car, and this is a drop.
I don't care. I didn't raise him. They can pick him up down at the bus station.
His friends drop him off here when they bring him to town.
He don't need to be here. This is work. This is where big people go.
I know. I've explained that.
No, you haven't.
I have.
How does he keep ending up here?
He doesn't understand yet.
Yes, he does.
He will now.
Do you let him in?
He just came to get his Easter basket.
How did he get in last week?
When?
When he sat in the office all day and stared at me.
This is when his friends had to drop him off.
Why do they drop him off here?
Because it's convenient.
This is work. It ain't convenient for me. This is work.
It doesn't hurt you. He's sitting in there, sitting in my chair.
He doesn't need to be. You just said you told him not to come up. What the F is the story? Which one is it?
I told him not to come up today at 3:30.
He didn't need to be here
his
ever,
friend
at all.
To see us working.
I don't want him up here.
Okay.
This is not daycare.
All right. Sure, he's listening now. Here, Chris. Yeah?
Why can't you tell
I'll be in trouble. I did.
You got yourself in trouble. He didn't need to be here at all. Put the basket out front with Catherine. If there's anything left, he could pick it up. Daddy, why my Easter basket just, normally Easter basket got something in it. This ain't got nothing.
Plastic. This grass is left.
Yeah. Plastic grass is funny, but I can't eat it. Obviously, neither can anybody else. I'm sure they tried it one time.
Yeah.
I don't care if a kid comes up here. But he starts coming into the studio.
I told him.
No,
even his friend knew better. His friend stood out in the hall and went, I'm going in there. It's 5 after 3. I went,
yes, Bill?
Young people look up to you, right?
Then they can look at pictures.
Well,
there's certainly no reason for them to talk to me, be anywhere close to me.
Be more accepting.
No, I don't want to be accepting. Because here's the problem, and I run into the same problem. I was talking about this over the weekend with charity stuff. If you talk to one kid, all of them are going to want to talk to you. If you do one charity, it ain't never enough. It's all the charities.
Well, some of us have bigger hearts than others.
Well, I don't. My heart, there's no room. I got a great big neon sign over my heart. No vacancy.
My kid. kid.
No vacancy.
You sent flowers to his mother when he was born.
Vacancy. Yeah. See?
What? See what?
You do that and they expect to talk to you.
Yeah, excuse me, if his father's, buddy of 25 years wants to say hello, he wants to say hi to you. That's terrible? That's a terrible thing?
Did those flowers die?
Yes, they died. It was 18 years ago. Almost 19.
You don't know how to trim the stems, put water in?
No.
Drop of aspirin in?
They don't last 19 years.
No vacancy. No vacancy. No vacancy.
I got you.
No vacancy. You get the neon sign in your eyes?
They're flashing.
No vacancy. No vacancy. That's what together.
No room.
I got 4 charity requests over the weekend. I hate telling these people no because I hate to sound callous, but you got to stop. A police fire foundation isn't enough. Operation Kindness isn't enough.
Or are you going to funnel all that through Trey from now on?
Yeah, but you know what? When you get an email like that and then you forward it... Wow. There's half burp, half vomit. I vomit. I burped.
Yes. Yes.
It's been a long time since I've burped. Vomit? No. I'll start with burped.
Emails.
Yeah, it looks like you're too big to answer your own emails. If you send it to Trey and go, hey, get rid of this person. I send back an email that says, I can't. It just spreads what I'm doing too thin, and it's not fair to Operation Kindness or the Police Fire Foundation.
That's fair.
A guy emailed me 3 times over the weekend. My kid's having I only assume he talks like this. My kid's having a career day.
Yes.
Did you get this email?
I saw it.
Oh, that's right. I sent it to you. My kid's having a career day. Kid, can you come out and talk to them? They're 4th graders. Like 4th grade. How old are you in the 4th grade?
9.
10, 11?
9 or 10.
8 or 9, okay.
I know it's 12 and then 6.
12 and then 6.
10.
All right, 10.
There you go.
Normally you start school at 6 or 7, right?
It's 5.
Who starts at 5?
Everybody.
Nobody starts the 1st grade at 5.
Kindergarten at 5.
I never went to kindergarten. My dad gave me a bag of grout when I was 5. He goes, here, make something out of this.
Kindergartners start at 5.
I didn't get kindergarten. I guess you did, since your daddy was part of a big country club.
Everybody goes to kindergarten.
Hold on a second. Eddie, did you go to kindergarten?
No, I did not.
What about you, O'Malley? No?
Oh, please. Every elementary school known to man, all the public schools have kindergarten.
They do not.
You are out of your mind.
I didn't go. Hey, Brainiac.
Yes.
Did you go to kindergarten? Good. In the same ballpark with Trey. Perfect. I couldn't ask for more.
I can't imagine how you got out of going to kindergarten. It's a normal class.
It's not the law. 1st grade is the law. Kindergarten is a perk for people who just can't wait. You went to kindergarten, which means you had even more education than I do.
Sure.
What happened?
Nothing. I got my degree in aviation technology. Flew airplanes at 14.
How did you skip the reading part?
I didn't.
Somebody did. Reading comprehension ain't your thing.
I'll give you that. I've argued for 3 years. I'll just give up. I'll give you that one.
And where are we going? Kindergarten to 7th grade. Oh! Ugh. You come out and talk to him? And instead of just blowing him off, because you know I ain't going.
No.
When is it? Because I'm thinking, all right, if it's a career day, maybe it's on a Saturday, because sometimes they do that, or a PTA thing at night. Wednesday morning. Well, from the time I get up, which is about 7, to the time I get off the air, I work. I stop for 20 minutes to watch the news and have lunch. So from 7 to 7, I'm busy. After the show is fine. Get an email back. What about about 8:30? You do it first thing in the morning. Okay. Where is it?
Oh, boy.
So, Saginaw. I pulled up MapQuest. It's an hour and 4 minutes.
Yeah.
over 2 hours round trip that I'm going to take out of a morning and go talk to a bunch of 10-year-olds who have no idea who I am or what I do. I don't know what I do. Should have been my first email back. Tell me about what you do. Who knows what I do?
I've done those before. They're interesting.
I've done it for high schools. I think the last one I did was about 6 years ago, and that was my last one. Because they never ask you anything pertinent. Mm-mm. Even if you go to a journalism class. You think, all right, these are going to be some pretty smart kids. Have some pretty good questions. Mm-mm. Ugh. How much you make? It's always the first question out of their mouth.
Yep.
Nothing ever worth the drive. So I just don't do it anymore. I did it at a college one time. Where'd I go? I think it was community college. Well, it's my own fault then. Where's I going with this?
If you do one thing.
Oh, yeah. So anyway.
You get on everybody's list. Oh, Russ will do it. He'll give us money for that.
Right. Give us some more cash for this. Help us with this. Hmm? I understand you get emails like this all the time. This isn't this. No, that's what they most of them start with. I understand that you get emails like this all the time, but this one's different. No, it ain't. You're you, I'm me, and you want something from me. That's the same thing.
It's pretty much the same.
I'm happy with what I do. I'm proud of the Police Fire Foundation and the work with Operation Kindness. That's all I got time for.
It's plenty.
What's wrong with your hand, Eddie?
I pulled my knuckle out of joint over the weekend.
I saw your hand twitching. What's wrong with it?
I can't get it to go back into where it's supposed to go.
You can't make a fist? At all?
Well, I can bend these fingers a little bit, but I can't get that one to go down. I just can't get it to pop back in.
Oh, nasty.
See how far apart it is from there to there.
So it's been like that since Saturday?
Yep.
You go to a doctor.
Yeah. Don't hold that out at me. I'm not touching that.
Pull it.
No.
If you twist it just a little bit, it'll probably go back. Can't get anybody to twist it.
No, this is some kind of trick.
Oh, yeah. You'll hurt him. He'll stab you.
Yeah. You guys have rigged up something where it actually will come off in my hand. And the next thing I know, I got a gun twisted in my ear.
I can't get anybody to twist it out. That's all it needs. It just needs to be twisted to pop back into place.
Can't you do it?
I can't make myself do it. I get it to a certain point and
Hey, O'Malley. You got big meaty hands. Come in and pull his finger out. You let O'Malley do it?
I don't care. I've been asking everybody. Nobody would do it.
O'Malley will do it. He's got great big hands. Are you going to make a noise?
I don't know yet. I did when I did it, so.
Okay. This will be interesting.
Oh, man.
Kind of pull it straight out.
I can't watch this.
Pull.
I did that.
Yes.
Yeah, it went in.
Did it? That still doesn't look right.
It's not all the way in, but it's...
Do you need to make it some more?
They just got to push it sideways and I can't get it to go.
Quit it. Yuck at me. Should go test it out on Trey.
Just punch you.
All right. Well, we have effectively killed 15 minutes talking about nothing. Ready to go?
Yes.
Have a big Easter?
It was wonderful.
How was it with Joy and her
family?
Family?
Great. We had a great time. Threw confetti eggs all over each other. Chris came out, my son. Had a good time.
Fabulous.
You were invited?
Busy.
Okay, at least you were invited. She did extend the invitation.
How far is Jacksonville? Is it Jacksonville?
Jacksboro.
Is that further than Saginaw?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an hour and a half each way.
Right.
From my house, which is it's 2 hours from your house.
So I would want to go to that. Why?
Just because it was a family get-together and you were invited. That's all.
My family?
No.
Okay.
You didn't stay with your family. Well, actually, you did.
Somebody else's family?
Yes.
Okay. People I don't know?
Yes.
I'm going to drive 4 hours.
You're invited. I would have driven. You could just ride.
4 hours round trip to go hang out with people I don't know, and for the most part, probably wouldn't like.
You would too like them. They're very nice people. Big dinner, ham, vegetables, the whole thing.
I went to Three Forks.
Very nice.
Met the guy, one of the owners, the guy that with the that's nasal. You know his voice. He used to do the spots when he was running Del Frisco.
Oh, I know that. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I sound like this.
Right.
Name what that.
Yeah.
For a while, I thought he was deaf.
And that's why I talk like this.
Just his voice.
He's just from up north. Yeah. Comes over the table, says hello. He goes, thanks for all the dimensions on the air. Blah, blah, blah. I talked loud because I still thought he was deaf.
Russ Martin's very loud.
God, that place was packed.
Yeah.
We're going in and people are bitching because they didn't have reservations. They went in and went, well, wait 2 hours. What the hell do you think it's going to be? It's Easter. Dip.
I know.
Going into a restaurant without reservations.
All right.
And imagine to be expecting to be seated immediately.
I didn't expect to be seated immediately.
Why are you throwing around your business cards?
So if they could see my name.
Why is it you can't just tell them?
Because it was loud in there.
Most people, when you go up to the maitre d' or whatever that chick is that stands right there, you're a foot away from her. She can hear your name.
Loud.
There's certainly
the band was playing.
That band's not that loud.
They were that day.
And you know how the stage is elevated right there by the salad bar? Yeah. He fell off of it.
It's tiny.
Yeah, I know it.
They had 3 guys up on it.
It's absurd.
Yeah.
They really should take that great big 8-foot globe out of the middle of the floor, get rid of that, and give these guys a decent stage. You got a guy playing up on top of the salad bar.
That's basically.
If you're going to be a 5-star restaurant, you don't slap a band up near the oyster bar. Could you lift your left foot? I'd like some carrots. On your next tap, let me know. I'd like some croutons.
Yeah. Okay. It's a lovely restaurant, though. I wouldn't know personally.
You've been in there. You're just too cocky to wait around.
I was in a hurry. I had reservations.
No, you didn't have
I had
reservations.
reservations at the comedy club afterwards.
It's not their fault.
I know.
Nor is it their concern.
I wasn't angry. I just left. I had to go.
In case you couldn't hear my name from a foot away, let me hold up my business card, which says J.D. Ryan. J.D. Ryan.
Had nothing to do with it.
News director for
Russ Martin Show. Mm-hmm.
In case you missed it the first time I stuck it in your face, J.D. Ryan.
It was loud. That's the only reason I showed him.
J.D. Ryan. See right here?
Huh?
J.D. Ryan.
I didn't do it that way.
53 FM.
Who'd you go with?
Date.
None yet.
The Italian chick.
Yeah. Okay.
She gave me these boots for Easter.
Let me see. Wow. Mm-hmm. Those are pretty. What are they? Is that kind of skin?
I don't know. Boot skin. Boot turn.
Those are very nice. Gosh.
I don't know. What do they look like? I didn't even ask. I never looked.
They look like lizard.
Yes, that's what they are.
Mm-hmm.
Lizard. Sure, she got them in boot down. I don't know where she got them.
She knows you well enough to get you boots, though. That's very nice.
Yeah.
Have I ever met this chick?
I don't think you have.
What'd you give her?
I banged her eggs.
She gives you a gift, and all you give her is...
I banged her eggs.
Okay.
Right inside her hairy Easter basket.
What a nice gift.
What's wrong with that gift?
Nothing.
Banged her eggs.
One could argue that that was also a gift to you from her. So
She got more out of it than I did.
Why?
Because I finished.
No. I understand.
I got her flowers. Nice big bouquet from the website.
How long you been dating this girl? I still haven't met her.
Mm-mm. About 3 weeks. Maybe a month. Or 6 weeks.
Okay.
Maybe half a year. I forget.
Where'd you meet her?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, what?
I don't know.
Oh. What's all the secrecy?
No secrecy.
Well, it is if you can't tell me what her name is, how you met her.
I told you she's Italian. Her first name.
None yet.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Won't ask.
Nothing to say.
Okay.
DeWana's is running a compatibility test. Just to see.
DeWana.
What?
DeWana's the one that hooked me up with a chick that thought there was a alien implant in her ears or something.
Well, you don't know that there wasn't. Maybe you were there to calm her down. Every time somebody gets in a relationship, different people are in there for different reasons.
Okay. He's a nut.
She said it was in her jaw, didn't she?
Jaw, yeah.
She ever get signals or anything?
Mm-mm.
They ever come back after?
Mm-mm. Not that I know of. You know, there's that.
And she say why they stuck it in?
The movie in the book is called Communion about, I can't remember the guy's name, Schreiber or something. Anyway.
The guy from the Doritos commercial?
No.
Avery?
No. I want to say Whitley, but I'd probably be wrong. Anyway, he supposedly got, aliens came in, implanted something in him, and they would come back and visit him from time to time, very much like we tag animals in the wild.
I understand.
Follow them.
But why in the jaw? Why not in the buttocks?
That I do not know. Different people get it different places.
Is that what she said?
Yeah, there's...
What did she say they look like?
Society, I asked that, I went, have you ever had x-rays to see this? Well, they don't show up in x-rays.
What's it made out of?
I don't know.
Can you feel it?
No.
You can't actually touch your jaw and feel it? Well, how does she know it's in there?
She just does.
Well, how does she know?
She just remembers the aliens coming in.
And how'd they put it in?
I don't know. She goes, she was raised up above the bed, floating, and she remembers this, and it was like 6 months later that she remembered all this.
Right.
Not like the next morning.
Is the probe like on the end of their alien ding-a-dong?
That I don't believe so.
Is it the way they implanted in their jaw?
DeWana believes in this stuff, too.
DeWana's a nut.
I believe DeWana either has one.
DeWana says she's got a alien implant in her jaw?
No, you have to ask her. I believe she had one at one point.
Can I do this now, Eddie? Yes.
I thought she said she did.
Take her off the air first. I got to do this quick before somebody gives her the heads up. Watch if I hit it with her. I hit her with it. Oh. She's not ready. She'll stammer. What? It's just ringing. I got an answer machine. Hey, DeWana, call me at the station. It's 332. I believe you have the hotline. Bye. So DeWana says she's got an alien probe.
I believe she said she had one also, yes. And her and this lady had that in common.
Why is it the aliens always go after nuts?
I don't know.
How come they never go after anybody normal?
Lady I dated was not a nut.
Yes, she was.
Well, no, she really wasn't crazy. She totally believed this. She was a businesswoman. Owned her own business.
Would you tell anybody if you had an alien encounter?
I just met her, too. I mean, we're sitting down there dinner like the very first time, and it was like, hey, what do you do for a living? Hey, how are your kids? Hey, alien implant. Nice.
That was an alien implant. Did you pass the sweet and low?
That's almost the way the rest of the dinner obviously was asking questions about
Why did you stay with her?
Because she was, other than that, a very normal person.
Other than that,
she was a very normal person.
That's like running around going, I'm Saddam Hussein's love baby.
Have you watched the movie Communion or read the book?
It's a movie.
It's a movie based on real man's experiences.
Okay. On what a guy said.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a writer. He's a very well-known writer.
Yes.
He is.
Okay. So it means it's obviously true.
There's a lot of people that believe this has happened to them.
I got some really bad news, and you may want to make this one of your lead stories in the newscast.
All right.
Sometimes people make stuff up. Prime example. Recent example.
Okay.
Easter Bunny.
I know. But there's a lot of people that believe, very respectable people.
A lot of people believe
in
Easter Bunny.
Don't you
People also believe they're safe in a mobile home. There are a lot of things that people believe that aren't true.
Don't you think, though?
Easter Bunny.
If aliens were coming here to monitor us, that's
Peter Cottontail.
Forget it.
A lot of what?
If they were coming here to monitor us, that's whether that we go out and tag animals like that. I mean, what do you think? You know, we stop and tag a deer, and they go back to the. You won't believe this, but this big thing came out of the sky, grabbed me, put me to sleep, and when I woke up, I had this tag on my ear.
We tag animals because. But do these aliens speak our language?
No, they do not communicate verbally. I'm told they communicate telepathically. Then those they
is that with the big meat probe?
No, I don't know about sexual relations with us. I'm sure there are people that will say they.
Hey, humans screw animals. I'm sure it would be the same to them.
I don't think they're quite as primitive. They're not here to hurt us. From what I understand, if they were,
nobody's hurting animals when they're banging them.
Okay.
How many times do you hear a chicken complain?
I've read stories of chickens being killed. Well, men are trying to have sex with them. I'm not making it up.
I didn't say you were. I guess sometimes no does mean no.
Yeah.
Does that mean no? I can't tell. That egg's not done. Let's push it back in.
Gross.
This has been the stupidest 20 minutes I've ever done in radio. We've said absolutely nothing since we came on at 3:10.
Alien probes. I'm surprised somebody hadn't called up and said that it's happened to them. Many people have said it.
I'm not going to believe anybody that calls in. It would have to be somebody that I don't know who I would believe.
Would you believe Dewana? She said it?
No.
Okay. But you're going to believe her compatibility study.
I don't base anything on that. I just want to see what she's got. She bases it on the exact date, time, and location you were born.
Right.
She's got mine. She's got Nunya's.
Mm-hmm. She had mine, an alien implant lady, too.
She ran your compatibility?
Of course.
And how'd it turn out?
We should have been fine.
Except the fact she was a nut.
Yeah.
She also knew how to piss you off.
Oh, yeah.
I used to watch that. She would come out to shoots when we were doing the TV show. Why'd you bring her to those? What is it with you and bringing family to things?
What's the matter? It didn't hurt anything.
Yes, it did. She always got you pissed off in the middle of a shoot.
That's true.
Why'd you bring her?
I don't know. I enjoyed her company at the time.
Yeah, I could tell. By the way, you guys would fight. Yes, Alan.
Yeah, they've actually got support groups for people that have had sexual relations with aliens, and they're like emotionally distressed because they miss their alien partner or whatever.
Why? INS catch him?
Do what?
Nothing.
You're back alien, yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I saw this whole thing on the Discovery Channel, and these people, there's this, all of them, there's probably 20 of them in this room, and they actually think that they've had sex with aliens.
I'd love to sit in on one of those.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Some of these are people that have nothing to gain.
Alan.
Have nothing to gain and everything to lose by saying these things. She wasn't going on Springer.
I didn't say that they were making it up. They're nuts. They may believe it's true. Most nuts do. They're easier to convince.
She pleaded. And had nothing to gain by it.
I could probably take an idiot someplace, go find a trailer park, and with nothing more than an ever-ready battery, a flashlight, and some cheese puffs, and convince them I'm an alien.
Probably. She wasn't stupid, though. She's a very intelligent woman. College degree.
She thinks she had an alien implant?
Yes.
Okay. Anything you say after that's been discounted. You may continue. You could say she's got one of those swinging degrees from Texas A&M or whatever, like you got me, that's signed by Esther Roll, Florida, from Good Times.
Where'd it go?
I took it down.
Oh.
I'm going to add something to it.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Oh, what damage can I do to the degree? It's already signed by Florida from Good Times.
You don't know that Florida wasn't the president.
I don't believe down there at that time. I'll check, though. She's done many things.
Right.
Jimmy Walker was the dean of admissions.
Yeah. I paid $80 for that.
You get screwed.
Yeah.
Can we still do news? Should we break here then? All right. We'll be back. More fascinating talk. Not on this station.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show.
Back way out the back cave, lies to say that these evil little villains don't know how to behave. All they evil to us, we gonna make you hate us when we transform to the Cape Crusaders.
We're back to the Russ Martin Show on Live 105.3. The talk that rocks Texas.
So it was prep school.
Oh, yeah, I was. I forgot. It was like kindergarten, except it was over.
Except it was prep school.
Yeah, it was over off Webb Chapel. I can't remember. Mary something. I can't remember the name of the school, though. It was like kindergarten. You sit around and learn the basics. What?
A dancing grout.
Now look how well you've done. Obviously, prep school didn't do much for me.
You went to prep school.
Yeah.
What did your dad do for a living?
My dad was an engineer for Westinghouse.
Obviously very prosperous.
Yeah, he develops and helped build nuclear power plants for Westinghouse. Electrical engineer.
You have anything to do with the one at Glen Rose?
You know, I'm not sure if Westinghouse built that one or not. It was built after he retired.
How long were you in prep school?
Just a year, just like kindergarten. It was like a half day.
And what happens?
Just like kindergarten. You sit around, you learn colors and numbers and start to read in the alphabet and things like that, so you're ready for first grade.
But not for this job.
I'm perfectly capable of doing this job.
Unless we throw any of those things that you just mentioned out.
I'm good at numbers. Math doesn't come up much here.
There's only one color that you know, and you seem to hate it.
Wow. Out of line.
Say, that reminds me. Yes, Mike?
Hey, Russ, when you going to play Nigga Jeopardy again?
I don't know. Eddie, do we have one lined up? I have one. Did we really? Yep. All right, we may do that today, Mike.
All right. Hey, what happened to Jonathan Dodge?
He flunked his, what'd they say?
Physical.
Yeah.
High blood pressure, and he failed his physical. As a commercial pilot, he had to be tested every 6 months.
All right, man. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Mike.
Kill Whitey.
All right. Well, good. Where'd you go to college?
I went to the first year small colleges, Southeastern Oklahoma State, and then Central Missouri State University, which is where I graduated. Bachelor of Science in Aviation Technology.
Who paid for that?
I paid for most of it.
How?
I worked at the radio station in town. Fueled airplanes at the airport. My dad paid for some of it also.
Good.
What?
Nothing.
I paid for my pilot's license when I was 16.
Wow.
Packing groceries.
My dad paid for my college, but unfortunately Eastfield wouldn't take. Grout.
Look how well you've done. You didn't need prep school. You were too smart.
God knows where I could be now if I had some kind of decent education.
Where would you like to be that you're not?
I'd like to have a late night talk show.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You could do that.
What is it, an hour? Is that how long?
40 minutes.
Is that how long Letterman is? The actual broadcast is an hour.
Mm-hmm.
You subtract for the commercials, 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'd like to do that.
Certainly do it.
Obviously pays well.
Yes. But you get in syndication and network, that's where the money is.
How old is Letterman? Late 50s?
Yep.
He probably got another 8 years.
Think so.
I'll take it off his hands.
Okay.
All right. You ready to go?
If you'd like to.
Good.
I'll give you the audio, right?
I believe so. All right. It's about 3:50. J.D. Ryan's on live.
105.5.
All right, done.
All right. Thought you were finished. What?
I don't say it now. Go ahead.
Live 105.3. Thank you, Russ. News and information is brought to us by SBC Communications and by HydroExpo.com. It is Monday, April 21st, 2003. Tony Danza turns 52 today. Iggy Pop is 56. Charles Grodin is 68. And Queen Elizabeth II, 77. Scott Peterson formally charged with 2 counts of premeditated murder today in slaying of his 8-month pregnant wife, Lacey, and their unborn son, Connor, whose bodies washed up along the shore near San Francisco Bay. The charges include the special circumstances that Peterson committed more than one murder, allowing the district attorney to seek the death penalty. Peterson arrested Friday because detectives thought he might try to flee the country. Basically, the suspect has maintained that he had nothing to do with his wife's disappearance. He was simply fishing in the San Francisco Bay right before Christmas.
Right, and that's also why he had $10,000 on him, and he dyed his hair blonde and grew a goat and lost some weight.
Yeah, that was the next line. He had $10,000 in his car, earned a goatee.
He's an idiot.
His lawyers have got to be just banging their foreheads going, what are you doing?
Well, right now all they have is circumstantial.
Yeah. But it's not looking good.
Look at all the circumstantial stuff they had on O.J., and they cut him loose.
I still think they cut him loose because they were afraid of the repercussions, the riots that would break out if they found him guilty.
You mean the jury?
Yeah.
Actually, where the riots happened probably wasn't anywhere where the jury lived.
Not just being they're just afraid of what would happen in society because everybody was watching that case.
Well, I don't know about the O.J. thing. The Rodney King thing, obviously you got all these white cops beating him. It was on videotape. Everybody saw that forever before the case came to trial, and then they let him go. I can't think of many black people that didn't think O.J. did it.
Don't know.
And to say that black people would just want to let him go because he's black is stupid. This Peterson guy is stupid.
Yes, he is.
And to get out and ask the cops why they followed him, and finally they went, okay, we'll take you in. I think that's what happened. Yeah. They're following him around. He gets out of the car. He goes, hey, why you follow me? So we can arrest you. Let's go. He's got all the brains of a clip-on tie. Just an absolute goob. You could see it in his eyes when you see pictures of him. You can see right to the back of his head. I know. I'll grow a goat. I'll dye my hair. I'll sit sideways when I'm driving. They'll never know it's me.
I think Eddie said he told the cops he was swimming in a swimming pool. That's how his hair got blonde.
Yeah, the chlorine in the pool had bleached his hair out a little bit. He wasn't trying to disguise himself.
Well, that does do it.
Not that much. You'd have to be swimming in a bottle of chlorine bleach.
But it could happen.
It would be so strong to dye your hair that much, your eyes would burn. You would have to get out of the water.
And the chlorine also ate off most of my beard. How's he going to explain the 10 grand? Where you going? Where you going? Huh? Where you going?
The store.
What's the 10 grand for? Cookies. You know that's going to come out of his mouth. Yeah. He just looks like a complete idiot. Eddie thinks the reason they found the torso headless and legless was that's how he weighted the body down.
Yeah, I've heard somebody else say that too.
And then I guess, but if that's the case, then also the head and the legs would pop up someplace.
They may. Later may already have.
Yeah, they could have floated out somewhere or something, be stuck somewhere in the weeds. Generally, they find them...
Because they were smaller?
Yeah, if somebody falls apart like that, they find pieces everywhere.
Obviously, they had to do DNA. Wait, she had arms?
Yes. Actually, from the neck to her knees, I believe, was solid.
I think it was Friday or Saturday. I got an email that said they had absolutely identified that it was Lacey. And I guess at that point they decided they were going to go pick up Doodlebug.
Yeah.
Amazing. And why is it they can't leave him in Gen Pop? That's a prison term.
Oh, general population?
Yep.
People are tormenting him, the other prisoners.
All the other rapists and murderers?
Yes.
Well, that's not nice.
No.
So they're leaving him in solitary?
6x9 cell.
Well, I don't recall anybody being there to protect Lacey and the unborn baby.
Mm-mm.
So why should he get preferential treatment?
They're afraid they won't have him around to
Good. Then there's no way that he accidentally gets off.
True.
All right.
His lawyers are even saying this is a great case to defend. All they have is circumstantial. They have no proof.
That's what I'm thinking.
Wow.
Just makes you wonder how the different sides are going to go. What will prosecution do?
Yeah, you can't convict somebody on murder just on circumstantial, can you?
I don't know. You certainly can let him go.
Yeah.
I guess we could ask Everett. But then again, it happened outside of Dallas, so he may not care, per his comment on Friday. Well, I don't hear about Fort Worth because I don't live there. I thought about that all weekend. That has got to be one of the stupidest things that's come out of his mouth, short of when he just stood up and said, "Behold Frodo."
Yeah. Right.
You know damn well his IQ has to be floating someplace around 200. I don't know how these phrases come out of his mouth.
Mm-mm.
Unless he's just so intelligent, synaptically, it all seems to fit, and it's logical to him. So obviously, thinking that we're as smart as he is, it's going to make sense to us. So he jumps up like he's at a bingo game and says, "Behold Frodo." And we're all supposed to look at him and go, "Well, yes." Right. I still don't know what he meant. Well, we don't hear about Fort Worth because I don't live there. Because I brought up the mayor's thing. How come we never hear about the city council or mayor in Fort Worth? Your point was what I was looking for. Because they're not a bunch of nuts. Mm-hmm. Everett jumps up and says, "We don't live there." I tell Trey to get Everett on the phone, but obviously Modesto is far west than Fort Worth, and he don't live in Modesto.
Yeah. So he didn't know. So
there'd be no reason for him to follow the case. Behold Frodo.
I remember that.
He's out of nowhere. And he bows up like he just, look what I did. It's like a kid after he made his first grunt. Look. Points down with it with both hands. Uh-huh. Behold. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is positive. I didn't hear it on the news or anything, but didn't they find 4 bags of concrete at Scott's house, and they couldn't find any freshly poured concrete anywhere near there?
I don't know, but I wouldn't doubt it. I'm surprised he didn't mark the bags of concrete for Lacey.
Well, if her head is in the concrete, maybe just ditch her body, and it's still at the bottom of the lake.
I don't think he would cut off the head and the feet just for identification purposes. Not when you could do DNA now.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, if I were going to do it, I would get rid of the hands as well. Right. But you still have DNA.
Yeah, but then again, you wouldn't say the lake you were going to would be the same lake you put them at.
I think the reason he did that was there were going to be enough people that saw him there, so he thought, you know what, I better bring this up before somebody else brings it up.
Right, he could get out of it.
He also said something.
I don't see him getting out of it, though. He's screwed.
He also had some weights at his house that he couldn't produce. So I don't know where they are. They had like barbell type weights.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they purchased, and they suddenly have disappeared.
I hadn't heard that.
That was on CNN.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Interesting.
Thanks, Dan. Yeah, okay. You doing all right, Eddie? Yep. Okay. And here we have Everett Newton from the law offices of Burloff and Newton. The fabulous office space. Where are you guys?
We are on the northbound service road of Central between Haskell and Fitzhugh.
Serving all types of legal defense.
Absolutely. Serving all of North Texas whenever possible.
But not Fort Worth.
Yeah, we go to Fort Worth and do criminal work. No tickets over there, but we do a lot of criminal defense out there. Mm. Our friends to the west.
I'm surprised you acknowledge Fort Worth.
Oh, Fort Worth's fabulous.
Okay. So which, if somebody were to throw this at you, which side would be easier for you to win?
Well, at this juncture, we don't really know what the state has in the way of evidence, but for them to come out and boldly pronounce that it's a slam-dunk case would lead me to believe that they have a tremendous amount of evidence. Otherwise, they're going to end up looking foolish because the defense lawyer is going to point to their initial statement and say, where is this slam-dunk case? Where is all of this evidence? So I've got to presume, even though we haven't really seen any of this evidence yet, that the state has a smoking gun that has yet to be revealed.
Right.
The latest I've heard is that they found, the latest announcement is that there's something in the house that would lead them to believe that the murder actually occurred there, which, if true, does make it a slam dunk for the state. I mean, put another way, who else would have motive and opportunity to kill her in their home?
Why do you think they would wait until now to bring that out? You don't need a body to prove that there was a murder, do you?
Well, it certainly helps. I mean, there have been prosecutions for murder in the absence of a body, but anytime you have that type of prosecution, you're relying totally on circumstantial evidence, which is sufficient to convict, but it's certainly not of the character or strength that direct evidence is. Direct evidence being in the form of the body, which you can then, trace back, do fiber analysis, find, maybe DNA evidence, use luminol to find traces of blood, things of that nature. You can find blood in a home. You can find her blood in the home, and that still doesn't prove that she's dead.
Yeah, that's true.
She lived there. But if you can link up large amounts of blood and find a body, slam dunk.
And we don't know for sure that her head went into the water with her.
No, we don't. One theory that I have heard is that I think there was some mention made some time back that an anchor or something resembling an anchor was spotted in this area.
Right.
I think the police are now surmising that perhaps he attached this anchor to her body, which in turn is what caused her head to come off.
Got it.
So I think the search is now on for the anchor, which if found is likely going to have rope, which they can then trace back to him somehow, and will just be more evidence of his guilt. But at this point, I think both sides are jockeying for position.
How would you explain this? If you were the defense and you had to defend him, they catch him, he's altered his image, and he's got $10,000 in cash. Was it cash?
Right.
$10,000 in cash on him. How would you defend that?
Well, that's not relevant to his guilt or innocence. I mean, I think you could make a compelling argument that perhaps, he knew he was under surveillance. He thought he was about to be arrested for a capital crime, which if found guilty could result in his being executed. I think anyone, whether guilty or innocent under those circumstances, might entertain the notion of fleeing. But I don't think that necessarily bears upon his guilt or innocence.
But it doesn't look good in front of a jury.
Well, no, clearly not. But, I don't think anyone, regardless of their situation, is going to want to face up to those types of charges, even if they are innocent. And I think a lot of people might think about fleeing under those circumstances.
Okay. I can't think of anything else. I don't know anything else about the case. All I know is they found her and they've arrested him, and they said they've got something they're sitting on.
Does this mean anything, Everett? Trey sent me this on CNN. The complaint identifies their home now as a crime scene.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'm sorry, what was your question, J.D.?
Said the complaint identifies the couple's home now as a crime scene.
Okay. Yeah, I suspect, they've taken copious amounts of evidence from the home and taken his truck, from what I understand, and who knows what else. There's a substance called luminol that they can use to find traces of blood evidence, even though it's not apparent to the naked eye. You just put some of that where you think blood might have been and shine an ultraviolet light on it, and it glows like a Christmas tree. So, if they can find areas where the carpet or flooring has been saturated with blood, that coupled with the body, I think you can draw pretty reasonable inferences to what happened and how she died.
Oh, look, they've already made him shave. There's new footage on CNN. I guess is this his first court appearance?
Yes, he's being arraigned today. I think actually he may have already been arraigned.
Yeah, that looks like a replay.
And essentially all they're doing is informing him of the charges at this point. I mean, nothing terribly substantial is going to occur for some time.
Right.
But I suspect at this point, from what I understand, the DA has come out and said it's a slam dunk, and the defense has said this is a dream case to defend. Clearly, both sides are using the media.
Well, the defense can say anything they want. That's not really going to damn them in court.
Oh, no, and they're jockeying for position. I mean, this case has obviously received a lot of media coverage, and people are wanting to hear what each side has to say at this point. So I think, it's important, at least from a perception standpoint, to try to position yourself as best you can.
But they can also throw this thing of, we caught him and he's adjusted his image and he had this cash. The prosecution can throw that out in court, right?
Well, yeah, I think that ruling would vary state to state. I mean, again, there's a compelling argument that it's not relevant to whether or not he committed the crime. But then again, there's perhaps an equally compelling argument that why would you flee? Why would you do these types of things unless you were in fact guilty as charged?
Or at least they would bring that up during his arraignment when they're setting bail, because at that point he would show to be a flight risk.
Exactly. Now that's a very good point. That may very well be a mitigating factor as to why he should not.
Not bad for an 88 IQ. Very nice.
Or if he does have bail,
and no prep school, and no college.
Because he is a flight risk, and that's the whole purpose of bail, or at least one of them, is to ensure the presence of the defendant when he comes time to go to court. But the good news is his mother thinks he's not guilty.
Yeah, their whole family thinks the police have botched it.
Yes. So,
you guys screwed up.
Yeah.
You have the wrong man.
Let him go. His dad was on there earlier. He's the kind of guy that would stop and help you change a tire in the rain before he killed his wife.
Right, just don't give him the tire iron.
It's just, I don't understand. All right, say everything's true and, his wife found out that he'd been cheating or... Now, he said she already knew about it, right?
I think so.
And he said she was okay with it. And then all of a sudden, she goes missing.
Right.
Of course, does he admit the affair after she went missing?
I don't know, but I think at this point that's not being controverted.
No, but just all the timing is just really stinky.
Yeah, I think she may have known of the affair. I don't know. I don't know how that plays out in the timeline.
I know, but you know what? If she found out about the affair, I would have waited a while. If I'm going to kill somebody, I would have waited a while so it didn't look so suspicious.
Yeah, it's impolite the way he did it.
Yes, very discourteous.
Yes.
Well, it's just too much all at once.
I agree.
She goes missing, and then I guess he brings up, I was having an affair just because somebody else knew about it, and if I don't bring it up, it's going to look damn suspicious if it comes from another source.
Right. Well, and the body was found. Something else I think, pretty damning is that the body was found very near where he said he was and where he has receipts to back up his whereabouts at the time of the crime. And his mother's argument is, of course, well, how could anyone be so stupid as to say that they were going to be at a place where the body actually was? Well, the answer is he never expected the body to resurface.
Right.
He never expected them to find it. He had his alibi planned out, backed up with receipts, but what he didn't figure on was the body popping back up. So I don't think that bodes very well for him. I mean, I think the chances that he would actually admit to being at a locale within a mile.
Isn't it funny? He sounds normal on the phone, like a real attorney.
Right.
In the studios when he does the Behold Fredo.
It's pretty far-fetched.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for your professional opinion and your insight on the case.
My pleasure. You guys have a good day.
What are you doing today law-wise?
I did some traffic tickets, a little criminal defense, a few more traffic tickets, back up at the office, just seeing clients.
Sounds fabulous.
It's magnificent.
Well, enjoy the rest of your day.
You do the same. You guys take care.
Behold Frodo. I'm thinking this. I think that the prosecution is right. This is going to be a slam dunk just because he's an idiot.
Gets an insurance policy on her.
Had an affair. Got caught. Says where he was when it happened. You're a ding-dong.
Yeah.
You can look at him. He's on CNN right now. Every time you look at his face, he's got probably two brain cells and they're just keeping his eyes straight.
Yes. Yeah.
Look at him. Looks like a moron. I said we was talking and their head come off.
I love his family. It was a perfect marriage. They were in love. Except for the fact he was banging somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah, to totally just disregard the fact that he's banging somebody else. Yeah. If you take that out of the equation, what do you got? Just a sweet guy with a little problem.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you should get the heads come off. I tried putting it back on, but the tape didn't. Oh, can I go? Damn. That's just Jack, especially if she was pregnant.
Yeah.
All right. Can we do news?
Wrap it up.
Can't do news? Did we ever start news?
We started. We did one story.
Oh. Well, yes, wrap it up.
Okay, there's news and information. I'm J.D. Ryan on Live 105.3, The Talk that Rocks, Texas.
We'll be back with The Russ Martin Show.
Call Russ now at 214-787-1053.
All right, so what's the verdict on the 30-foot tall yellow ribbon?
They are, our engineer, Jay, and that gentleman right there are talking about putting it a lot higher than I thought. They were going to put it almost all the way at the top. And I believe we have to clear that through Dave Siebert before we go any higher than, I was thinking 50 feet would be plenty. Right. They're not talking about going all the way up to about 100 feet. And I think Siebert's going to have a cow if he sees.
Why?
Just, what if something happens? The higher you go, the more danger.
It's just fabric, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm worried about that. I don't know.
Why? It's got like 15 guy wires on the tower.
I know. But then this gentleman's safety, the truck up beside our tower, what if something falls? What if something wraps around? I just think he's going to, the higher we go, the more chance of him saying no.
Well, why can't they do it at 50 feet?
That was what I was trying to say to them.
Well, just tell them 50 feet.
Okay.
Why is that hard?
Jay had some other reason. There's some other antenna halfway up that he's worried about the ribbon wrapping around.
Well, why don't we just stick it out on the billboard in front of the building? Have you seen it?
I haven't seen the billboard, no.
The billboard in front of the building?
No. In our yard?
The 60-foot tall billboard in our front yard?
I didn't see it. What's on it?
It's the Superman. The Superman ride at Six Flags.
Oh.
Excuse me just a second, if you would.
Okay.
Is it me?
I don't think so.
How can you miss a 60-foot tall billboard in front of the building?
Total lack of attention to detail.
So not me.
Mm-mm.
All right. I'm just trying to be fair.
Okay.
All right, thanks. You're an idiot.
I'm not an idiot. I just don't look at that. When I'm driving out in front of the building, I'm not looking for cars. I'm looking up in the sky.
Why don't they just put it at the top of that?
Do we own it?
No. Who cares? We don't know where it came from.
saying it on the air right now.
Actually, I think we do on the board. But for some, are you ready for this? You know why we can't, on a billboard in our front yard, we can't put Live 105 on it because you can't have a sign out in front of your business for your business. Then you could put a sign out there for WB33 because they're across the street. But we can't have one up there that says Live 105 on the board.
That's ridiculous.
So, yeah, we own the board. We could put the ribbon at the top of that. Is there room at the top?
I don't know. I'll ask Jay to go out and look at that. And whoever's paying.
If it wasn't for something important, I'd just say blow it off because it's getting to be a pain.
But then the people that are paying for that board may go, we don't want that there. It's distracting. From our message. Then we got to pay somebody to come out and rip it down.
We don't know where it came from. Okay. We came in one day and it was there. We never knew we had a billboard out front anyway. Tough noogies. All right. You want to do more than just one news story?
Sure. There's a bunch of stuff going on.
We'll just start again. We'll pretend like with the newscast we did 20 minutes ago never happened.
Okay.
So Tilly did one story, right?
Yes.
All right.
The Lacey Peterson thing.
Yeah. We're starting again.
Okay.
418. J.D. Ryan's on the new Live 105.
Thank you, Russ. And news is brought to us by Ultimate Electronics and by SBC Communications. Investors pushed shares of American Airlines parent company down as friction between labor and management increased at the carrier, which barely avoided bankruptcy last week. The union representing Americans flight attendants say it will hold a new election on the cost concessions, and insiders say they believe that a new vote would result in a defeat for American and send the Fort Worth-based AMR company into bankruptcy.
They're screwed.
Trading this morning on the New York Stock Exchange, shares fell $1.02 down to $3.98. The shares jumped 52% last week when they avoided bankruptcy. So it's down to $3.98.
What if the bigwigs thought nobody would find out about the bonuses?
Probably. Well, they wouldn't have listed them out there if they thought it was going to, create this kind of a stir.
Even though they yanked them back, if I was an AMR employee, I wouldn't trust them now.
But a no vote means a lot of people can be out of work. So it's better to make a little less money and still have a job or be sitting home.
Yeah, you're right. Because I don't trust anybody here.
No.
So what's a big deal about working for people you don't trust? I know Siebert's up to something.
He's not either. He loves you. Mm-mm. He's taking you out to dinner a bunch of times.
I had a dream over the weekend that I got fired. And it wasn't, like when you're having a sex dream and you're pounding the snot out of somebody or you're about to, and you wake up, you go, I'll go back to sleep. No, you don't pick it up. This fire dream lasted all night, Saturday into Sunday.
What are you getting fired for?
Nothing.
Oh.
No valid reason. Oh, you'd never believe who they stuck in afternoons.
Who?
I ain't saying.
Why?
But the irony is amazing.
Tell me off, Mike. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Damn.
Just ironic I would have that dream. So.
I hate those.
He's up to something.
He's not.
He is.
What would he be up to?
I don't know.
By taking you out to dinner?
Taking me out to dinner and gave me all that stock options? He's up to something.
He's up to keeping you here.
I don't know what it is, and I don't trust him.
He's up to keeping you. He likes you. Likes the show. He likes the show because it makes him a lot of money.
We'll see. Go ahead.
Speaking of airfare, low-fare carrier Southwest Airlines today reported its 48th consecutive profitable quarter. With earnings, God, that's got to make the people over at AMR just go the same day. They're struggling to stay in business. With earnings of $24 million for the first 3 months in 2003, despite gloomier financial results of other carriers. Last time Southwest Airlines lost money, by the way, was the first quarter of 1991. The U.S. was also at war with Iraq in Operation Desert Storm. The conflict had pushed dictator Saddam Hussein out of Kuwait. Baseball Hall of Fame president issued an apology Friday saying he's sorry he failed to call Tim Robbins and Susan Sarandon last week before canceling a Bull Durham celebration because of the actor's anti-war stance. In an open letter to the 28,000 people who called or sent a letter or emailed the hall, Dale Petrosky blamed himself for bringing politics into the shrine. Speaking of Susan Sarandon, outspoken anti-war activist Susan Sarandon hit severe rating turbulence on CBS Sunday night with her original telefilm Icebound landing last in the overall ratings overnight and losing nearly 40% of audience levels from the previous Sunday on CBS. New York City is where Sarandon really hit bottom. Sarandon trailed even the WB network's Black Sash with 3.55 share, with the down to a 3.45 share, the lowest seen for CBS on Sunday night in recent memory. Lisa Marie. What now?
I'm reading this fax.
Yes.
While you were doing your news?
Yeah.
Because I never pay attention.
I know.
Where did this fax come from?
That was in your box. Okay.
You looked at it?
I glanced, and then I got busy.
Why are you reading my stuff?
I was carrying it.
Why are you in my box?
I was bringing it to you.
Why'd you read it? And you called Trey Snoopy? You're in my box.
I didn't read it. I just saw attention Russ Martin, and I quit.
Listen.
Okay.
And it's all handwritten. To whom it may concern. My name is blah, blah, blah. I'm writing this letter in an effort to get my 14-year-old daughter some help. I need a placement center and financial assistance. We are a family of 7 with only one income. Also, my ex-wife is attempting to get custody of her and her brother. Never seen that many H's in brother before. She is part of the problem. She let my daughter start having sex, a 12-year-old. I believe she was exploiting her. I believe she was getting money or drugs for letting them have sex with a 12-year-old. I have my daughter's diary with a list of numbers and names. I got custody of the kids about 2 years ago. I slowed down the sexual activity, but the ex-wife had visitation. Oh, I'm sorry. Had visitation.
Okay.
This letter, perfect example of why we should take a foam or a spray or some type of incense that sterilizes people and hit all the dollar stores.
No.
Yes.
No, can't do that.
Yes. The daughter is an A-B student since she has moved over here. Over at her mother's, she was straight F student. Thank you. Oh, there's more. My phone number is 817 blah, blah, blah. Here's my address. This is my favorite part. It's the part that made me laugh.
Okay.
If you cannot help financially, if you could just show up at the courthouse on April 25th, 2003 at 130 600 Commerce, 5th floor, 303 Court in the Associate Judge, 5128. Also, please write the judge in support of me. For more information, feel free to call. When is the 25th?
That would be
today's the 21st.
End of the week, yeah.
That's Friday.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like I have plans Friday.
Oh.
Hang on a second.
1:30.
I have just enough time to make it. Run down there, speak on his behalf, get him off, get his kickback. Wait a minute. I don't know what he's going to court for. Does it say in what I just read? Is it for visitation?
I think his wife's fighting him for custody. It sounded like her. He's trying to get total custody of the kid.
Yeah, you shouldn't. You certainly don't want her in an environment where she's being exploited. I slow down the sexual activity, but the ex-wife has visitation. It's a lovely letter. I almost want to show up just to see what happens.
Just to see this person.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should send someone down with a camera.
Yeah, they'll just let anybody in court, won't they? Yeah. Yes. I'd like to see that. Hold on. Yes, Larry?
Yeah, Russ, I was wanting to know, why do you
is there any way we can change the newscaster on this thing? JD just has a hard time articulating.
I understand.
And it's hard. I mean, fumbles. There's not a newscast he don't fumble over.
I get it.
And
we all can't be as articulate as you.
I know. Is there any way we can just, maybe substitute?
No, I enjoy it. It makes me laugh. It's the bright spot of the day for me. I get a chance to sit back and relax and just oogle into stupidity.
All right, well, I just figured I'd call in. I get tired of hearing them fumbling.
Yeah, well, you know what? If I'm going to go through it, you're going through it with me.
I got you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I wish I could talk like him. He's done so much better.
I still bet he could read.
I can read. Shut up. Lisa Marie strikes out after a huge publicity buildup with network interviews and magazine covers. Lisa Marie Presley has made only a small dent in her first week's record sales. To Whom It May Concern will likely do about 125,000 copies and barely make the top 5 this week when her CDs are counted. The zillions of rabid fans of her dad, Elvis Presley, obviously didn't queue up to support her.
Because the album sucks.
Yes. We played bits of it. Dixie Chicks obviously hoping to put this PR disaster behind them before the U.S. leg of their tour begins. So they're going to sit down with Diane Sawyer of Primetime Live this Thursday night. The interview has already been shot, and the rumor is that Diane made little Natalie Maines cry.
Good.
And thanks to their anti-protest song, Red, White, and Blue, Leonard Skinner is getting most airplay for a new song.
Which Leonard Skinner?
The real one. Yeah.
Not the ones that we saw?
No.
You sure?
Johnny Van Zandt one. The one with the Van Zandt in it, not the one we saw.
Even though they said they were Leonard Skinner?
Yes. They cleverly disguised that they were actually a tribute band.
It's just very strange when they come into the studio getting ready to play.
Yes. Right. I know. Anyway, they're on the...
Don't change the subject. You're the one that set them up.
I know.
You're the one that booked them.
I know, but they just cleverly hid the fact that they were the tribute band.
Only because Van Zandt was off doing something else. They have to call themselves a tribute band.
Mm-hmm.
Lead singer that they had was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. He was. They sounded
fine, but lead singer was dumber than bubble wrap.
Yes, he was.
And on the way out, we're off the air. He's going, hey, don't forget to do the shout out to Emily and Veronica at the Crystal Chandelier. So we play down there, and they was the teats. Well, all right, I'll do it. Don't forget Veronica and Emily. Fine. I mean, it's Jughead while I'm at it. Just get out of here. Really, they shouldn't be able. They allowed to use any of the name Leonard Skinner. Lenny Skinner, I'm still fine with. But every time they go out on stage, they should do it just like this. Hello. Thanks.
Anyway, they're getting more album airplay now that they have since Jimmy Carter was in the White House, but apparently success confuses Leonard Skinner. Now they think they're Grand Funk Railroad.
See? It's the same nuts.
No, this is actually a quote from Johnny Van Zandt. He said, quote, there used to be a lot of rebel flags at our show, and after 9/11, I've seen American flags, and I thought, you know what? We're not just a Southern band. We're an American band.
So now they're Grand Funk?
No. He's just saying it's all American now.
So now they think they're Grand Funk?
Apparently.
Give them another week, they'll be the Atlanta Rhythm section.
Possibly. How great is Tim McGraw's life? After performing before thousands of adoring fans each night, he gets to go to bed with Faith Hill. When he wakes up, Faith is making him steak and eggs. Tim says having Faith on tour with him serves another purpose. She keeps people from talking to him too much. She makes sure I get plenty of rest. When people start talking to me, she gets on to them. It's a voice rest thing.
Good.
Over the Easter weekend, everybody went to see a nice movie about anger management, actually. Number one at the box office, $25.6 million they brought in, followed by Holes, Malibu's Most Wanted, Bulletproof Monk, and Phone Booth. And let's see, we'll skip right to these. Speaking of music,
hold on a second, we'll see what this person wants. Hi, Lacey.
Hi.
Yes, ma'am.
I was calling to ask you if you knew any practical jokes just off the top of your head, because my coworkers have been giving me a hard time, making me call people back, and it actually be a doctor's office, and I asked for Mike Hunt, and it sounds like something else, and I guess I'm the only one that's not in on it. So I was wondering if you know of anything off the top of your head to get them back.
You could drop a big on their desk.
Well, I was thinking more along the lines of calling someone or something.
Are any of them black?
No.
Oh, that's too bad. You could knock on their cubicle and run off.
So what do you suggest?
I don't know. I'm not into pranks.
You're not?
No.
I wouldn't know that, but okay. All right, well, thanks a lot.
Okay, well, don't fall for the me-off joke or the, what's the other one? There's another one that they do with phone calls.
All right, well,
it's the Bill and Jack. If they throw that one out, don't do that one either.
What is that one?
Just, never mind. You'll know it when they do it to you. Oh, I know the other one. They'll leave the number for the zoo.
Okay.
Mr. DeLeon called.
Okay.
Leo.
Okay.
Never mind. I'll let you do it later.
Thanks.
You get it? Okay.
Shania Twain has a new song. I don't want you to play this.
You want to call them Marseille Sue right now and just ask that and see what they tell you?
To ask for Leon?
Leo. The Leon.
No, you do it. I get it. I don't get it. Sorry.
I can see straight into the other studio through your head.
You cannot.
Looking right at you, I can see into the other room.
You cannot.
Think about, all right, fine. Somebody call it McJay. It's okay. Let it go. All right. Because you're going to hurt.
I'm going to hurt. Shania Twain's got a new song out. I want you to listen to a clip from it and tell me what it sounds like. Cut number 3.
Heart song.
It's called C'est la vie.
That's ABBA, Dancing Queen.
Yeah.
Does she know that?
I don't know.
Oh, she's got to know.
Oh, cut number 5 is actually Dancing Queen. For those that have never heard it.
Lawsuit.
Cut number 5 is the actual ABBA tune. For those that have never heard it.
Dig it, the Dancing Queen. Love ABBA.
Sounds like hubby Mutt Lang might have just accidentally lifted one too many things.
Maybe it's credited on the album. I don't know.
Could be.
Like when MC Hammer did Can't Touch This, which was Rick James' song. I believe that's on. Obviously, he's got to be listed someplace. Sure. Rick James is not that burnout that we wouldn't recognize the song.
But this one's called C'est la vie. Anyway, there you go. Well, there's news and information. I'm J.D. Ryan on Live 105.3, The Talk That Rocks, Texas.
Now say it out loud.
Is it Leo the Lion?
Yes.
Jesus, that's weak.
I didn't say it was a good thing.
Oh.
Obviously, it would trick you.
I was looking for something with the Russ Martin Show.
All right, let's do traffic here. Where's Gail? There she is. Hi, Gail.
Hi. We missed you yesterday.
Oh, like I'm going to drive out to the Grove.
I know that, but still, there's just that, there was a little ray of hope. But anyway, I'll do the traffic, which is brought to you by Car Toys and Just Brakes. On northbound 35, Simmons, right at 183, there's a wreck that involved an overturned car, and the only thing getting through is the right lane. Traffic is backed up all the way to downtown Dallas, so you've got a big, huge delay. On eastbound I-20 at FM 1382, you've got the left lane blocked. Northbound 635 before Northwest Highway, the left shoulder affected by a crash. You got to back up to around Centerville, Ferguson. Now, in Rockwall, if you're traveling eastbound on I-30 and you want to take that Ridge Road exit up at the top of the hill, you've got a stalled car that's affecting the exit. Bulk Springs, westbound 20th Seagoville Road, you got the left lane blocked. And in Torrance, northbound 35 Post Oak Road, there's a wreck on the exit ramp as well. And it's also brought to you by the big old Texas Lottery. People all over are winning and playing every Wednesday and Saturday. So how about you? Somebody's buying a winning ticket right now. The jackpot, quit it! The jackpot is now $35 million. So pick your numbers today. I'm Gail Lightfoot on Live 105.3, the Talk to Rock
God. Nice going, Gail. Go ahead.
Okay, gonna be mostly sunny today, 52 for the overnight low tonight. Some showers coming in late tonight and tomorrow. Gonna be a little cooler, 72 for the high by next weekend. Back up in the 80s maybe, and 90 degrees by Saturday or Sunday. We have 77 degrees currently at Live 105.3, the talk that rocks Texas. Don't.
There's no way I can clean that up for air. Just another one of those things that you've missed. If we were on XM or that'd be about the only thing where we would be uncensored, right? Mm-hmm. I guess we could always just start taping the show and letting all the stuff go out. Put it out on a CD. Oh, we'd sell the snot out of that.
Yeah.
Just a show uncensored.
But even what you just did, you wouldn't let that go in here.
No. It is funny to visualize, though.
Don't. Just
a little chocolate Easter bunny.
All right.
Hop. Oh, and Trey's in the hall. Yes, come in. Hop. Yes.
Must have missed a funny.
Hop. I don't think anybody's getting this but us.
Oh, well, I think they are.
All right. What is it?
Greg Steven is on the phone from Men's Health. He's got another article that was pretty interesting that he wanted to pitch.
Oh.
Tell you about. It's about men versus
Wasn't he going to send me a book?
It's supposed to be on his way.
Hey, bitch, where's my book?
If you talk to me that way, you're not going to get any special favor.
Where's my book and my free subscription to Men's Health?
Did you see the mailman today?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's on its way to you.
Did you send what is in the book? I forget.
It's called the Testosterone Advantage Plan.
Oh, by the way, I did check my daily vitamins, and it was 400 whatever of folic acid.
Micrograms.
Yes.
Good, you're okay. I don't have to worry about you anymore.
Now, just because I'm eating a high-protein diet, I have to worry about my testosterone?
No, exactly the opposite. The fact that you're eating a high-protein diet is good for your testosterone.
That's not what I got out of him last time. You said because I was eating a Boca Burgers, that was going to affect my testosterone, and I was going to need to take folic acid.
No.
Is this the same guy?
No.
What?
No, we got two things going on here.
All right.
Okay, first of all, the Boca Burger.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's protein, but it's soy. And soy is full of phytoestrogen.
Okay, you were saying I needed protein from beef.
That's from lean beef, lean pork and chicken and that kind of stuff.
All right, well, I get enough chicken every day, so I'm okay with that. But with the multivitamin, the 400 milligrams or
wait a minute, the soy, though, when you eat the soy, that's not good. That's not good for you in a manly sort of way.
But I'm making up for that with the folic acid.
No, the folic acid is for colon cancer.
Hold on a second. That is not what he said last week.
That's what I
Was that what he said?
Right.
He said he was worried about my testosterone because I'm eating a lot of
soy.
It's
got the estrogen.
Okay. And he said I needed to have folic acid.
That was for your bubble.
Well, where'd I get the testosterone thing?
Those two different things.
Oh. Where's my book?
You don't trust me?
Hey, if I had the book, I wouldn't have to ask these stupid questions again.
That was Thursday, and today's Monday. And,
well, look at you. Aren't you back? Look who's back to the well for more free radio. And where's my free Men's Health magazine?
It's on its way too.
Okay. Am I really getting that?
I think I actually mailed that last week. Okay. I can't remember.
What?
They're both on the way.
Okay. What do you guys have? What are you pitching?
Okay. Here's what we got.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually pretty cool. You know, we're always looking at studies and statistics and stuff, right? So once in a while we like to take them and kind of rearrange them so they're fun. So what we have this month is the battle of the sexes statistically.
Okay.
The grudge match. Men against women, you know, where are we kicking their butts and where are they kicking our butts? You know, we make more, we're stronger.
Okay.
You know what? They live a lot longer and they feel a lot better while they do it. So
how much longer do women live now than men?
Say that again?
How much longer do women live now?
About 5.5 years.
And the median age is what?
Life expectancy for a guy today, 74.1 years.
Yeah.
For women, 79.5.
Well, that's more than 5 years, isn't it?
Yeah, about almost 5.5 years. Yeah.
71,
but some of the stuff here is really fun.
All right. Well, what do you got? Rattle off some of those.
So, for instance, let me ask you some questions, and you can take some guesses.
Okay.
You probably figure, you know, most marriage proposals come from men, right?
Right.
82%, actually.
Okay.
Who do you think initiates more divorces, men or women?
I don't have a clue.
I'd say women.
All right.
Yeah,
we'll go with
70%.
70.
70% of all divorces are initiated by women. They're kicking our butts. Okay, here's one that's kind of interesting.
It means that men are more patient, more apt to work on the relationship, more apt to make it work.
That's right.
Thank you.
That's an interesting interpretation.
Oh, we don't care.
But here's one that I really like. You know, you got to figure women spend more time in the bathroom than men, right?
Oh, yes.
By what percent?
Hang on a second. Let's see. I'd say I'm in the bathroom from start to finish, shower and everything, about a half an hour. I'd say they're in there 3 times as long.
3 times as long. Well, I have some shocking news for you.
Okay.
But I'm going to explain it. Average guy spends 179 hours a year in the bathroom.
Okay.
Average woman, only 16 hours more. Less than 10% more.
I don't know who you're talking to, but that's crap.
But let me explain it to you, because it actually makes perfect sense, because here's another statistic.
Okay.
1 out of 2 guys read while they're sitting on the toilet. But only 1 out of 3 women read while they're sitting on the toilet. So we're in the bathroom, but, you know, we're reading a magazine. We're reading Men's Health or Sports Illustrated.
Oh, I wasn't counting the dropping off the nail Carters.
Well, you walk in the door, the clock starts. How's that?
Okay. Yeah, then, you know what? Then you're absolutely right, because I do a good portion of my reading sitting on the turd toilet.
Now, here's one that's kind of interesting. How long do you think it takes your average guy and your average woman to, let's say, go the distance during sex? How long do they last?
You mean to the actual orgasm?
Yeah.
I would say... I think I read someplace on a guy it was like 3... I'll say 3.5 minutes for a guy.
No. From beginning to orgasm.
That's what I meant.
Oh, 3.5 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I was going to say 15.
Well, I have some really good news for you.
What?
14 minutes.
Did he fall asleep?
No.
What happened? 14 minutes?
Yeah, 14 minutes. From, you know, kind of the beginning to, oh, my God, go look at that mess I made.
Now, when you start the timer, is that when he actually walks into the bedroom?
Well, you know, like, let's say from moment of first contact.
From where he actually walks in the door and you hear, hello!
He's talking about first kiss, or touch.
I didn't say kiss, I said contact.
All right, so you're saying, well, wait a minute. Are you talking about from the point of penetration?
Yeah, exactly.
14 minutes?
14 minutes.
That's full of rock.
We got to work on you. So,
that's absurd. That's ludicrous. That's nothing short of retarded. You're making these numbers up.
I'm not.
Who are you talking to? You're talking to dead people.
This one probably came from what's called the Durex Global Sex Survey.
What was the condom people? What was the one for women?
Can't answer it. It's a trick question. 65% of them don't have an orgasm during intercourse.
Oh.
But now let's talk about the refractory period. You know, when after you're done, how long do you have to wait till you're ready to go again?
I believe, guys, it is, I'll say 20 minutes.
You're very close, 30 minutes.
Okay.
For women?
I I don't think they have a refractory
You're
period.
absolutely right. Let's go right now. You're done. I'm ready to go again.
I like it when they fake orgasms.
You like that?
Why?
Yes. Do you think you know?
Because it makes you, because you think you're done and you can go ahead and finish your business.
You can go to sleep.
Yeah. I mean, if they're never going to have an orgasm, there's certainly no reason to make me keep pounding at the well if I'm pounding a dry hole.
Now
Literally.
you know where the 14 minutes
It's like hitting somebody.
Right?
If they never say ouch, you don't know when you're done.
All right, now here's one you'll like.
All right.
What percentage of men versus what percentage of women have said they would have sex with a stranger?
Percentage of guys. I put the guys thing. I know it's going to be lower than what I think, so I'll drop mine by like 10, 15%. I'll say 72% of guys said they'd have sex with a stranger.
And what about for women?
48%.
Oh, man. I want to live in your town. 23% of men said they would. Oh, no, I'm sorry. 41% of men said they would have sex with a stranger. 16% of women. You think there's some lying going on there?
I think you're doing these surveys at the mall.
No, I think if we did them at the mall, the figures would go.
No, because the guy's standing there with the chick. Oh, my God, I was sitting at the mall over the weekend. I thought I was going to collapse.
Why?
Well, first of all, as soon as you go in, your powers get drained.
I know.
I mean, as soon as you hit the door. This was Saturday.
Yeah.
So we go into the mall, and she's got to go in an express. She's in there for 38 minutes. I'm sitting out there. Thank God they had chairs out in the runway area, and it's just a bunch of guys sitting there talking to each other, and we're just counting fat chicks as they go past.
Yep.
It's like, what number did you reach?
You know what? It got to be absurd because one guy would actually count the number of people in 30 seconds, and I would count the fat ones. So, he could keep track of the number of people,
right.
And we would figure out the percentage, and like 79% were fat, overweight. That's the way we killed the time out in front of Express.
You were some guys who were interested in the statistics.
And you know what? I don't know what it is with chicks, but somebody needs to tell them you can't wear those pants.
Mm-mm.
A lot of them were wearing, the low riders or the hip huggers, whatever they're called, and the little shirts where their bellies are hanging out.
There ought to be a law against that.
I don't know how you could put it on and think, hey, this is the way I should look. Obviously nobody loves these women or they'd tell them. All right, I'm sorry. I digressed to the mall.
No, but it was a good digression.
Thank you. Go ahead. Glad you were entertained.
All right, so here's one you'll like, because I think it's kind of Freudian. Who do you think prefers a stick shift to automatic more, men or women?
Freud.
He comes in handy from time to time.
I would say men.
Stick shift?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think chicks can handle the stick shift.
They like 2% of men.
How many percent?
22.
22% guys?
30% of women.
A stick shift?
Yeah.
Now, I've had chicks play stick shift in the bedroom when you're laying on your back.
That's why I thought you would like the statistic.
Because you'll be laying on your back, and they grab your unit,
right?
And they go, and then they're coming up.
Is this a 5-speed?
Then they come up to the, like they're coming up to red light,
right?
And they throw it neutral and shake it back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a girl mount one time in my car.
A real stick shift?
A real one in my car.
What kind of car was it?
It was a Honda Accord.
Well, how big was the stick shift?
It was about just a little bit bigger than the average unit.
Was it the sideways one?
No.
Was it just round?
It just looked like a phallic.
She get it all the way in?
Yeah.
And then what?
Nothing. Just wanted to see if she could do it. She was drunk.
Were you driving?
No. We stopped.
Which one was this? Was it the one with fake boobs?
Yeah.
She was a little sex monkey.
Mm-hmm.
You get pictures?
No.
Yeah, you should have pictures of your chick sitting on your stick shift.
Yeah, that would have been a good one.
Yeah. All right. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Greg.
And my theory about the stick shift thing is that women don't like cell phones as much as men do. And we all figured out you can't drive, drink coffee, talk on the phone at the same time, so you got to go to an automatic.
Women love cell phones.
Not where I live.
Where do you live?
I'm in California.
Oh, that's all. My neighborhood, that's all it is SUVs and chicks on the phone.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, you guys do things differently in Texas.
I wish they would either pass a law to where there are no phones or at least make them all hands-free. Because these chicks, first of all, they don't need to be driving a Lincoln Expedition or whatever the big Lincolns are. Those are too big.
Yeah,
that's what it is, the Navigator.
Right.
And then you got kids that they're screaming at in the back. Look, put the kid back where you can't see him or hear him, wrap him up, and then focus on the road. That's your one job when you're driving is to drive.
Don't you think they could just call the kid and tell him to behave?
Are you making it funny?
Yeah.
Don't do that.
I guess it didn't work.
Okay.
Sorry.
Go ahead. This is the most fun you have with radio stations, though, isn't it?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is enjoyable.
Of course it's
very natural. It's like you're with friends.
That's right.
Don't get too comfy. What else you got? Do we have to break, Eddie? We all right? Okay. Go ahead and rattle off a couple other things, Greg. We got to run.
Okay, so you got to figure men watch more TV than women per week, right?
Yes.
How much more time a week do you think the average guy spends looking for the remote control?
Week. I don't know. 90 minutes.
Listen to this. Average woman spends 7 minutes a week looking for the remote. Average guy, an hour and 20 minutes.
Dang. That was damn close.
That's a lot of time. You could just get up and go over and turn the channel, right?
I think chicks will just leave the TV on one channel and that's it. They don't really care.
That's right.
That's why they don't care about the remote. Guys can't. I can't sit on one channel that long.
Exactly.
I don't even know how to manually change my television, to be honest. I don't even know where the buttons are.
They're normally on the front that says channel.
I don't even look at them.
Are you sure?
Positive.
I bet it says channel on the front someplace.
I bet not.
I bet you check.
I bet it don't.
I bet you will.
Okay.
You heard me.
All right, here's my last statistic.
All right, go ahead.
Okay? Who do you think is more comfortable using sex toys? Your average guy or your average girl? Let me change the question. Who do you think is more comfortable admitting they use sex toys?
Oh, I would say chicks.
Yeah, I'm just going to go chicks.
23% of guys, 16% of women.
I don't get that one.
I think a lot of guys are put off by sex toys. Like, no, not good enough for you?
I think a lot of women are put off by them, too. A whole lot of room there for growth, so to speak.
Are you out of stats?
Yep.
And which is this in the what is this, April? The May issue of Men's Health?
The May issue of Men's Health.
Is this the one with the chick on the front?
The one with the chick on the front.
Okay.
The one that's on its way in the mail to you.
Okay. Oh, and is just a website? Is it menshealth.com?
Yes.
Okay. Well, thanks for the phone call.
You bet.
You're very
Talk
patient.
to you guys again.
All right. You're always welcome to call.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Change the hotline number. 79% of those people that walk by in the mall were fat.
I don't doubt that at all.
And it's not just the fact they're fat, it's the clothes that they got on. It's hideous.
I know. If you followed him to a restaurant and saw what they ate, you'd go, that's why you're fat.
Oh, no. It's because fat runs in my family. You got no reason to be fat. If you eat I was having this talk with Tassos. Mm-hmm. I'll talk about this after the break. Because I'm helping him with weight loss. Okay. I don't need anything. Somebody is.
With the Russ Martin Show.
All right. 512. J.D. Ryan is here. Eddie, what's Trey doing out in the hall?
Oh, I'm looking at you.
Why does he do that?
Maybe he had something to say, and we went back on the air before.
I'm gonna look the other way.
Well, you hid under the console 2 breaks ago.
When he came in looking for me.
Grown 42-year-old man hiding from his producer under the table.
I need to relax during the breaks. He wants to come in and talk to me. I'm busy. Is he still out there?
Yes,
I'm busy. I need a little downtime after a long segment.
I know.
I don't want to talk. I don't want to think about anything. I just want to relax. And I saw him coming, so I climbed up underneath the console. Yes, come in. We're not doing traffic, are we?
No.
Okay. Yes?
Someone just sent me something, and I'm curious. How in the hell did you get KidCraddock.com back?
I'm a genius. How did they find out?
I don't know.
It is quite amazing, isn't it?
That is quite amazing.
Yes.
How did you do it?
I'm omnipotent.
After all that stink, you got it back?
Sorta.
Okay.
I had forgotten when we registered KidCraddock.com.
Right.
I'd forgotten we had also registered KidCraddock.com with just one D. Because his website is KIDD, Craddock.com. I had it with just KID, KidCraddock.com as well.
Oh, okay.
I forgot. I got an email over the weekend that said, hey, your website's coming up for renewal. You want to renew it? I went, I don't remember having this. Oh, boy. So.
Pull it up here. Yeah, the kid part of it with one D. Yep, there it is. Man.
And right in the middle of the, don't say what it is.
No.
But isn't that, it's an eye catcher.
It is.
What's right in the middle of the page?
Biggest font you could find.
Yes. Well, it's not my font. I mean, that's not my website. I went ahead and gave it to, that band in, the Cayman Islands.
Right.
Kid Craddock. When Craddock, yanked him around and got it back from him. He didn't want the site, let it expire. I registered. I did some crap with it. I decided I don't want it. There's a band in the Caymans, so we give it to them because I'm done playing with the site. And I figure it's going to be hard for him to get the website back from that backyard.
Yes.
Because that's the yard I threw it into when I was done playing with it.
Right.
So he screws them around. He lies to the internet board and gets KidCraddock.com back with 2 Ds. Well, this one only has 1 D. A world of difference. Let me look at the counter, see if anybody's hitting it. Wow. So,
where's the counter?
It's down at the very bottom.
I see it, yeah.
Yeah. It's one spinning like a stopwatch.
God, it is. Look at that. I just hit refresh.
So yes, I was more than pleased to give them the website. So now they can go back and put all their band information on there.
God, that's hilarious to watch that thing spin.
Yeah.
So there's their picture, there's their logo.
Yeah, they've got everything they need. There's no reason that the internet board should turn this site over to Craddock as well.
No. It's even spelled differently now.
Yes, only 1 D. Mm-hmm. KID, KRADDICK.com. Somebody's getting a lot of hits.
That's amazing.
I just like the first thing that jumps in your face as soon as the website comes up.
Hard to miss it.
Yeah. So don't forget, if you're on the way home enjoying this fabulous broadcast and you don't have internet access in the car, remember to check it when you get to the house. I wouldn't have any children around when the website, when the page comes up. Otherwise, they might repeat that at dinner.
Yes.
Tommy, would you like some more beans? Yes. All right.
I'm still amazed at the counter. Look at it.
Mm-hmm. Good. Well, email, do they have an email address up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's hitme@kidcraddock.com. Feel free to email the band and tell them you're happy for them. Because I honestly think they got screwed. Because all the stuff that Craddock sent saying, hey, this is my site and here's why I should have it. He made it sound like I registered it before he could get his hands on it. He had it and let it go.
Right.
Decided he didn't want it. Just like an old toy. I'm done playing with this, throws it down. Some other kid picks it up, plays with it. All of a sudden, he decides he wants it back. That's when I threw it in the neighbor's backyard.
You certainly did.
Yeah. You want this?
Yeah.
You want this?
Huh?
This right here? Yeah. Why don't you go get it over there? Now, they came in the backyard, I said that?
Right.
Cayman Islands.
He gave it a good toss.
Yeah. Let me check it one more time before we move on here.
It's spinning.
Yeah. Tell your friends. Kid with 1D, Craddock.com. I gotta look one more time. That's scary. Okay.
You're talking about toss us some food and fat.
Who was?
Before the break. You were going to
What'd
tell
you
a
guys
story.
say?
No, you did. You said you were going to tell about food or dieting or something. Fat people,
Oh, yeah,
fat people
yeah.
in the mall.
Yeah, okay. Remind me after this phone call. Okay. Yes, Ryan?
Yeah, I was just wondering if you've ever had any words with Kid about all this. I mean, has he ever confronted you about any of this?
Mm-mm. Nope.
Yeah.
Always, hold on a second. Yes, Mario?
Yeah, I'm coming up on North 360 DFW Airport, and I got past, I swear it's a Batmobile, and it's just about to go through the toll booth at 360. Did you have it out for work? Some Mexicans driving it.
There ain't no toll booth at 360.
Mm-mm.
No, airport, DFW Airport.
Oh.
I'm on that toll road thing.
What color is it?
Well, it's a Batmobile. It's black. I mean, are there two?
No. Is it the 1960?
Well, there he goes. Now he's going off towards 183. I'm not going that way, so.
All right, thanks. Go get Andy at Eagle Transmissions on the phone. Find out where my Batmobile is.
Okay.
They don't have it, but they're overseeing the radiator work that's being done at the other radiator place.
Okay.
Have him make sure that my car is still over there. Thank you. Oh.
Somebody else will be on 183 and tell you.
Oh, they'll call up and line out.
That's
yeah,
true.
he's got the flames coming out and the penguins on the hood. All right, Ryan. Oh, I forgot. What'd you ask?
I was just asking if you and Kid Craddock, or even in that sense, Mark Davis, if y'all ever had any words for the stuff that, has gone on between...
No, we like Mark Davis. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But Kid Craddock's never confronted you or nothing?
I forget. Why is it we hate him?
I can't even remember now.
But it's a good reason, wasn't it?
It's just fun to do it now.
Yeah.
It was just like 15 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I do know now. It's just the fact that he's stealing stuff for this show.
Yeah.
Or from this show. And trying to put his own spin on it. It's like, go ahead, let him do it.
Yeah, I agree. Well, thank you, Russ.
Thank you. And this is going to twist his colon when he finds out that this website is up.
He'll come after you again, or after these people.
Good luck. I think he barely got it last time.
Right.
Yes, Mike?
Hey, boss.
Yes, sir.
Got a question.
All right.
A few years back, I was at a comedy club in Arlington, and there was some comedian there that just kept bagging on you, and I think he was even giving out your phone number. I mean, he sucked anyways, but do you know what the deal was with him?
I'm thinking. I'm out on this one.
You don't know?
Was it maybe somebody you had on the show and just didn't like?
I don't know. I mean, it could be anybody. It could be, trying to think of the comedians that we've had on that did, I don't know, what's the one?
Flip Orley is the one that came in and didn't want to do any of his stuff, and you asked him to.
It wasn't Flip Orley, was it?
Say again?
It wasn't Flip. It wasn't a hypnotist, was it?
Gosh.
I mean,
I don't remember. I was so drunk. It was a few years ago.
All right. No, Flip Orley was the one that came in. I went, all right, we got some people for you to hypnotize. Take them out in the other room and go do it. I don't want to do that. Well, that's your whole act. What are you going to do? I just want to talk about my act. No, you're going to do it. You're going to get out. Well, I don't want to do it. All right, goodbye. And he had just this dopey look on his face like, really? I went, yeah, get out. I'm not going to sit here and just discuss world affairs with you. Right. Do your hypnosis or get out.
He wouldn't do that, though. He wouldn't get on stage and bag you.
I don't know. Thanks, Mike. What's the comedy club in Arlington?
Arlington have to be Hyenas. It's south on 360 there.
We didn't have Tennyson on. He's dead. We had somebody on. Who's the guy that's dating Nikki Cox? Bobcat.
Bobcat.
Didn't he go out there?
Uh-huh. I went to that show. He didn't say a word about you.
Oh.
I was there. He wasn't very funny either.
Bobcat wasn't?
I was very disappointed. I figured it'd be.
I thought he was a funny guy.
Hilarious. It was not. I got him left halfway through the middle of the show.
All right, I'm out on this one. Hello?
Dan.
Yes, sir?
How do you spell Kid Craddock?
KIDKRADDICK.
Say that again.
I can't. God. Didn't we spell it 3 or 4 times already?
Yes.
It's Kid with a K. 1 D, Craddock with a K. 2 Ds. .com on the end. 1 C. I know who that was.
Who?
It was a jackass that was trying to get on the Eagle Morning Show. We had him booked, canceled. His agent, I remember this turd. Canceled. His agent calls, leaves this long, pissy message. Well, we really need to get him on since you had him booked. We need to reschedule. No, we don't.
Did you cancel him or did he cancel?
I think we canceled.
Okay.
Doesn't make any difference.
I know.
Then he calls, and he's leaving all these messages. You really need to have me on, da-da-da-da. Goes over my head, goes to Greg, the program director.
I remember this now. I wasn't working with you then, but I remember the story.
And we never said his name on the air. He thought, you know what, I'll piss him off, and at least he'll say my name, and I'll get airtime out of it. And I still win. That's who that little monkey was.
Yeah. Did he actually call the show one day?
Yes, he started calling many times.
Yeah.
And he called, and one time his kids, you can hear his kid in the background. You know, and he's throwing all this crap out, you know, doing his comedy routine and the one-liners he uses for hecklers. Mm-hmm. He's trying to use all of it. Obviously, it's not working. Mm-hmm. Then we hear his kid in the background. And I think he's Asian. So we started talking about him eating his kid or, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And that was too much. He got pissed off, called Greg, and said, they need to stop talking about me.
No.
You're the one that came in the backyard and started petting the dog. It's your own fault. I remember that monkey. I can't remember his name, though, because we never said it. We never even mentioned hyena.
No, I remember him calling. I was in the car driving, taking my kid to school, but I remember him calling up.
Yeah, all of a sudden we drag his family into it. It ain't funny no more.
Did he give out your phone number, though?
He gave out my desk number at his act. Call this guy and tell him he's an idiot for not having me on. Yes. I remember him.
Okay.
If I can find his name, I may say it this time.
Is he a local or national?
I think he's local. Oh. But he was calling locally.
Yeah.
And he was always at Hyenas, so that's all I knew. But I don't remember his name. Obviously nobody else does either.
No.
I'll find it. I'll share it with you. All right, you ready for news?
Yeah. You know, we don't talk about fat people.
What about them?
You started talking about Tassos wanting to lose weight, and then you were...
You're like a dog with a shoe.
You told me to remind you.
Oh.
I saw the thing 2020 Friday night. Big fat women dancing around in belly dancer outfits, shaking their fat, and celebrating the fact that they're big and they're fat, and it's the genes that make us this way. We were born fat, we're going to celebrate it. And so 2020 took two identical twins, guys, and one was 50 pounds heavier than the other one, and they looked at what they ate. They looked at how they exercised. One ate right, the other one supersized everything. And I said, it's not genetic. You're fat because you eat.
Hold on.
But that was nasty.
That was part of the conversation I had with Tassos. Yes, Chuck?
Was it Henry Cho?
The comedian?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, thanks.
Yes, Mark?
Hey, how you doing? Hey, was it Mark Britton? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think you're right, yeah.
Okay, well, I went to school with him. And I was in drama with him. And I used to work at the Funny Bone Comedy Club in the Improv.
Uh-huh.
And we saw him come all the way up from ever since drama. I've known that guy.
Yes.
So if you ever want any dirt on him, just let me know. I'll give you my number.
Good. Hold on. I'll put you
Actually.
Yes, you're on hold now. Yes, get his name and phone number. That's who it was. It was Mark Britton. If that's an Asian guy, that's who it is.
Okay.
We don't know for sure, but we think he's a baby eater.
No.
Hold on, I'm getting the stares from Space Ghost. Yes?
I saw that.
Do you want to come in? All right, come on. Yes.
Talk to Andy.
Andy who?
Eagle Transmission.
Oh, yeah. I got three things going on at once. I can't keep track of all of this. Yes, all right, so you talk to Andy.
The people who have the car we're listening had already called him, said, we promise it is sitting right here.
Well, they could promise all they want. It might be out at the airport.
Andy said they did the siren that...
Oh, so they knew it was there.
Yes.
So they proved it was there.
Yes.
Okay. Well, they could have took the siren out. Did they say how long it was going to be ready?
Tomorrow.
For sure?
Said the fans didn't come in today. They'll be here tomorrow morning, and it will be ready.
And you know what? It's going to rain Wednesday, so it doesn't do me any good for the car to be ready tomorrow. I'll be damned.
You're going to have it forever. What's one day?
Well, they've had it for a week.
You'll have it forever. It's like me and my boat. There'll be a pretty day.
I know, but I wanted to drive it over the weekend. It was really nice on Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Next weekend's going to be better.
I wanted it for Easter.
You'll have it forever.
Easter.
You have the Mach 5?
Easter.
What the Mach 5?
Mach 5 is
it's a great car.
It's a boogity car.
It's not. It's great. It's fast. It's probably faster than the Batmobile.
I don't think it is.
You just got that new shift kit put on it.
Yeah, it does really good with the second gear scratches.
Mm-hmm.
Always pulls a little to the left now. Andy put that in. Still a boogity car.
It's not.
Redheaded stepchild.
You can still drive it. It's beautiful.
I had to drive it Sunday. I'm down to one superhero car.
You hear what you're saying?
What?
I had to drive it. I'm down to one superhero car.
That's all I got. I like the Batmobile because it's got all the gadgets. All the Mach 5 has is just the rear view periscope thingy and
just a periscope.
And stuff.
It's a great car.
Batmobile.
Yeah, you'll have it next weekend.
I'm gonna have enough.
You will.
Running hot.
You'll have it for next Saturday. Going to be 88 degrees.
Probably overheat.
It'll be a perfect time to test it.
Go back and call and make sure that they're sure it's going to be done tomorrow and fixed where I'll never have to worry about it.
Okay.
Oh, I'll tell you what they did. This was weird because they put another core in the radiator. I'll make this quick because not everybody gives a rat's ass about cars. Put another core in the radiator. I don't know what that means, but now it's got 3 instead of 2. Okay. Put an Edelbrock water pump on it.
Okay.
High pressure, high velocity. So now it's pumping more water through it. Okay. They said like 30% more. And 2 2,500 CFI fans. I don't know what that means, but that's what I got.
Keep it really cool.
Right. Then they ran it through a wind tunnel just to see how the wind travels over the car.
Right.
They did it with the little smoke thing.
Okay.
And they found out that it was creating a little vortex underneath the hood of the way the hood is designed.
Okay.
And the hot air was running from the engine back through the radiator.
Weird.
Yeah. So they put a shroud on that and it stopped that.
Perfect.
But the car at its very hottest now still gets up to 210. Now 460, that may be okay.
It's not too bad.
But they want to get it down to like 180, 185. So they're going to put a 5,000 CFI fan on it. I don't know what that means either. They said just don't walk in front of the car when the fans are on.
It suck you right in.
Yeah.
I see.
So that's what they're doing now. And they're supposed to be checking the rest of the car for little bugs and things that need to be replaced, like bushings and stuff like that, which most people would probably do for free after a week.
You'll have it all summer. No air conditioner, though, still.
No, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Because 80-degree days, that car gets hot inside.
Yeah.
I have no idea what it's going to be like at 100 degrees. Hang on. Here comes Trey. Yes, come back in. Can we still do news here? No? All right. Yes.
Andy said they've assured him the fans will be there tomorrow. He will be on them first thing in the morning. And that is the last thing they have to do. And so they'll get him in, and he felt pretty sure he'll be ready tomorrow.
Okay.
He said for you to quit worrying so much. He's on top of it.
I understand. He's taking over this project. I don't have to worry about it. It ain't his car. I don't know why he's looking over it. But he's the only one that I'll let drive. In fact, since they can't drive, I won't let them drive it. They just put it up on a lift and let it run. Just to make sure it's getting up to temperature.
Yeah.
We just want to drive around the block. Mm-mm. I'm sure they wouldn't have any problem.
Right.
That's not a car. If you wreck it, you can send it over to Ford and go, hey, left front fender, 1966 Batmobile. No. We need one. It's got to go all the way back to California.
And you'll have your second one by when?
45 days.
Oh, wow.
Sign the contract, send it off today. You go check, make sure they're replacing everything else underneath. They're supposed to be checking for bushings and everything. But they're listening?
Yes.
You guys do that. Check it all while it's sitting there. Got some kind of rattle in the 2 front wheels. Check that. But don't take it nowhere. Thank you. Thank you, Trey. A fine job. And another lovely checkered shirt. By the way, I got one just like that over the weekend for $10. Didn't have the horse on it. I got a goat. What?
Nothing. You just give him such a hard time.
Just because it's a polo shirt doesn't mean it's cool. They're all checkered.
Yes.
All he's missing is the rope belt.
He came out to the track Saturday, the very first horse he bet on was Finally Had Enough. and he won.
Did he? How much did he win?
Like $35 on $2.
Good.
I swear.
All right. We can't do news here? No. All right, we'll do this. We'll come back. We'll do news.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show.
540. All right. J.D. Ryan is here, Eddie Boyd, Dan O'Malley, Trey Trenholm, Gail Lightfoot with traffic. We did not do this, right? No. Hello, Bill.
Hey, Russ?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, buddy. You getting another Batmobile?
Yes, sir.
Wait, you going to get the old one or you going to get the new, like the Michael Keaton deal?
No, it's another 1966 replica.
All right. Look, I just have to ask, what the heck do you need another Batmobile for?
In case I wreck the first one. I'm too paranoid when I'm driving the first one because if it wrecks, it goes back to California, and I don't know how long it's going to be out there. I'm getting a better deal on the second one because I bought more than one. I'm getting a volume discount.
Sure you are.
Fleet price.
I understand.
And I'm getting a free bat couch.
A what?
Oh, you haven't seen the bat couch?
No.
Oh.
What's a bat couch?
Thanks, Bill. Mark took a mold off the front of the car. You know how you've seen like the 57 Chevy couches where it's the front end of 57, or some people do the rear end. Either way. Mm-hmm. And there's a couch right in the middle.
Okay.
That's what he did with the front end of the Batmobile.
He made a bat couch. Mm-hmm. It looks like the front of the car.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It's on his website. It's Mark Towle, TOWLE.com.
I can see this.
I don't have a link from my website to his, so you're just going to have to do that.
Okay. T-O-W?
Yeah. T-O-W-L-E.
L-E.
Plus the second one, he said, is the car, the Lincoln before he stripped it, was absolutely pristine. I saw pictures of it. On the left, you're going to see bat couch. Jesus. Of course, the website's now slowed down because everybody's on it.
God, it did.
You see it?
No, mine won't download. There it is. Oh, Jesus.
I thought about putting that in, when we finally open the bar, getting a couple of those and sticking it in the bar.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah. He sold one on eBay for about $1,800.
That looks great.
Yeah.
That would be fun in the bar.
It's exactly the front end of the car. There's just a couch on it where the hood would be.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Nut.
But he's good at it.
Is this picture of the Batmobile yours, the 1966, or is that another one he did?
Hang on. 1966 Batmobile. The white one is the new one that he's making now. That is... The website slowed down to a crawl now. Is he on VertBiz?
Quit it.
Stop. It always pisses Chris off when I do that. Yes. Project B is the new car.
Okay.
You can take a look at the first picture of that Lincoln. See how clean that is?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. All right. And he's correcting the heating problem now. So before I get it, everything will be fine. All right. You ready for news?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, here's the fat thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because Tassos, he probably weighs, I don't know. Dan, what does he weigh? 300? About 3 even? He goes, I don't eat that much. Well, obviously you do because you don't get this size by accident. If you could eat just a salad and that's all you eat and you're still putting on weight, you're the best burning machine known to man. To where you take just a little bit of fuel and you store all this fat. Well, I don't eat breakfast, I don't eat lunch, I just eat one meal at the end of the day. Yeah, but what do you eat? Dan, you go out to eat with him, what does he eat?
Actually, he eats a lot of the same things I do and the same amount.
Well, he's eating something. Don't stick your hands up. I see Tassos in the auxiliary studio. Come in here. Come here, and don't take forever. Luckily, if he wobbles, you don't fall down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old are you now?
I'm 27.
What did you weigh in high school?
About 255.
You weigh 3 now?
Yeah.
What should you weigh?
Probably around 255, but I was in shape then.
I met your dad. He's not big.
No.
What about your mom?
No, she's little. And my brother's even...
And you contend that you're big because... What do you contend?
I don't know why. I have no idea.
What do you eat for breakfast?
I don't eat breakfast.
What do you eat for lunch?
Today I haven't eaten yet.
Okay. And then when you eat at night, what do you eat?
Whatever we go out and eat that day.
That doesn't tell me anything.
I I don't know, a sensible meal. Not really sensible.
What do you eat?
Whatever's in front of me.
What do you eat?
Mexican food, anything.
You deserve to be fat. You don't even know what you're eating. What do you eat? When you
Probably not the healthiest meals.
All right, you go to a Mexican restaurant. Do you eat the chips?
Yeah.
Do you go through a couple of bags?
No, we go through a couple of baskets, but it's salsa. We usually don't do the queso.
It's not the salsa. It's the chips. There's probably 14 grams of fat in the chips alone. They're fried.
Okay, so no more chips.
All right. Then what do you eat after you've wolfed down a couple of baskets?
Depends on my mood. Sometimes I'll get a salad. Sometimes I'll get
what kind of salad?
Like a fajita salad or something, where they've got the chicken
or cheese and the guacamole on it.
No, not usually. I'm telling you, sometimes I eat sensible, sometimes I don't. I'll admit, I pig out sometimes, but most of the time I don't like the way I eat because it makes me feel uncomfortable after the fact.
What are you nodding about, JD?
Just, he eats incorrectly, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, because I eat once a day, and that's wrong. I know that. I think that if I break it down to 4 or 5 meals of healthy meals, sensible food that I should be eating, then I'm sure I'll start shedding some weight. It's just a matter of getting into that regimen, which is hard for me right now because the schedule I have right now is all screwed up.
No grocery stores where you live?
Yes, there are.
Why can't you go to the store and get some stuff?
I just haven't gone yet.
So you'd rather be overweight?
No, I wouldn't. No, I hate being overweight. I told you that. I hate this. I hate the way I live.
How bad do you hate it?
Very bad.
How bad?
Bad enough to where I'm ready to start doing something about it.
What are you going to do?
Change my diet.
When is it going to start?
As soon as I get one put together with Dan. He said he'd put one together for me. Help me put one together.
What does it take? Just cut back on stuff.
All right. Tell me what I need to eat. You've been doing this forever, haven't you?
Have a breakfast.
All right, I'll eat breakfast.
Have a balanced breakfast.
Okay. What's a balanced breakfast?
Aged block of Gouda cheese. And a Diet Coke.
I mean, like, whole wheat.
You know what? It's not that difficult. There's actually, as big of a nut as Atkins is, you can go to, I think it's called AtkinsCenter.com or some crap like that. I don't know what it is. Now, the high-fat, low-carb thing, that's a crock. That's probably why he got dizzy and fell on the ice and died. Because he didn't have any carbs.
Well, look at
McNeil. McNeil's been on the low-carb thing for about a year and a half, and look how many times he's been sick, or he's been out with something. Mm-hmm. And he looks sickly.
Great. I told you I've done that once before, that whole Atkins thing, high protein, no fat, or no carbs. And I got sick real quick because I lost too much weight too fast.
Any diet that totally eliminates something out of it is screwed.
Yeah.
Here's what I want you to eat tomorrow.
Okay.
Get up.
Uh-huh.
Have a cup of coffee.
Okay.
Sweet and low or NutraSweet.
All right.
Non-fat dairy creamer.
Okay.
And a bucket of dirt. The great thing on the dirt diet is you can have all you want.
Dirt diet. You know what? Somebody will do that tomorrow. I said to eat the dirt, so.
Yeah. But it was rough going down, so I mixed it with water. That's the mud diet! You know what? There are plenty of diets. JD's.
I'll show you the one Larry North put together.
It's not, but the thing that just dumbfounds me is it's not that hard. No. You just take a normal meal, and like I told you Friday, you don't have to go overboard. It's when people go overboard and drastically change their lifestyle, they don't stick with it. You got to get something you're comfy with. Well, if you're used to eating pizza, then do this. Go home, make a pizza, but instead of using pepperoni on it, use fat-free or low-fat bacon or turkey or something like that. You can gradually cut this stuff back. You don't have to go overboard all at once.
They got fat-free cheeses.
You can do a lot of it. And you don't have to use all the fat-free cheese. You can cut it with real cheese. So in the beginning, you won't notice the taste. And then just gradually wean yourself off of the fat. Same thing with milk, same thing with Coke, same with everything. It's not that hard.
Okay. It's just, to me, it's like a lifestyle change, and that's always just been hard for me.
And obviously you don't cook for yourself.
I do sometimes, depending.
Does your mom cook?
Not as much anymore because she's running the restaurant now, so she's not as home as often. So a lot of times it's fend for yourself now, which is not an issue. It's just...
You're a grown man. You can cook for yourself.
I know, and I can cook. I cook very well.
You know how to cook low fat?
Yeah, I'm sure I could, yeah. It's just a matter of cutting things out.
Is it me or is it really... Because in my head, I could see it, and it's not that difficult.
It's easy for you because you've done it for a while. He's going to have to get used to it. Unfortunately, what I had to do, I have to get used to thinking ahead. So now I'm going to bring with me my lunch and my dinner, and I eat while we're on the air.
Yeah.
But you have to think ahead. So you have to, at 10 o'clock in the morning, you have to think about what's going to be for dinner.
Right. Now, I've gotten down to where now all I drink is diet sodas. Because before
there's a big thing right there.
Out of the conference room, it didn't matter.
How much water do you drink?
I'm starting to drink a lot more. Like
He's drinking diet sodas. That's mostly water. It is.
You need water.
That's mostly water
for your body.
How much of a diet Dr. Pepper you think is water? 95%?
I suppose, but it's not the same.
What you're drinking right now is 95% water.
Not metabolized the same. You have to have water.
You don't metabolize water. It passes. You flush yourself.
You have to have water.
Diet Sunkist will work as good as water.
No.
Oh, excuse me. Who's the thinnest person on the show?
I'm telling you what my trainer's telling me.
Okay. Who's the thinnest person on the show?
I'm telling you what my trainer.
Who's the thinnest person? Thinnest person?
She's thinner than you
thinnest person. Is she 42?
No.
All right then. Then I'm way ahead of her because at 42 I should be fat and disgusting, and I'm not.
It's not because you diet sodas.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
That's exactly why I weigh 163 pounds. I'm 6 foot. I'm 42.
It's because what you eat.
It's because of Diet Dr. Pepper that I drink. God bless Dr. Pepper for us and our family.
We love the Diet Dr. Pepper also.
Our new shipment come in yet?
Yes. Good.
So I just paid for it?
Yes, you did. Perfect. I forgot. It's the magic elixir.
Yes. 10, 2, and 4 every single day.
Yes.
So if we give you a diet, how are you going to stick to it? Where are you going to get the food?
I tell you what, I think I told you this on Friday.
How many times you been on a diet?
Countless times, I'm sure.
Why is this time going to be different?
Well, because I got in a live shot on TV, topless, wearing a bunny outfit, and my big cans hanging out.
And they were quite dandy.
Well, my mother saw it.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't too happy about it.
Because yours are bigger than hers?
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Probably has nothing to do with it, but anyway. It was an embarrassment. I got chastised for doing that to begin with because I was now in an embarrassment to the family.
Did you have on a bunny head?
I had the bunny head on.
So nobody knew it was you?
No.
All right, then you're not an embarrassment to the family.
Well, to them
you're in broadcasting, and we're all very proud to have you around this station.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But I think that whole
Don't let it go to your teats.
No. I think that whole stunt just made me realize how big and disgusting I am. After Dan took a picture of me topless with the bunny outfit, that really grossed me out.
That's what happened to me. When I got up to 210 back in the early 80s, somebody took a picture. I saw it. I realized I'd gotten that big, and that's when I decided to do something.
Yeah. So I think at this point it's, I've got a 10-year high school reunion coming up, too. His wedding.
When is that coming up?
I think the reunion, it said October. Of this year? Of this year.
Oh, well.
And his wedding is coming up, which I'm in. So
who's getting married?
Dan.
You marrying that hot little blonde? Really?
Yeah.
She's a little cutie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she is.
We'll get you on a diet plan.
All right.
And you stick to it.
I will. I'm pretty determined at this point.
I bet you're not. I bet you flunk out of this one.
I bet. What do you
bet all you want? How many times you failed in the past?
I have failed, but like I said, this time I have motivation. I saw myself in a way that I never thought I'd see myself. And at this point, it's getting to the point to where it's disgusting for me to walk by a mirror because I look by and I go, okay, that's not me. That's not what I used to be.
He said the same thing to me, Tassos. I've lost 35, almost 40 pounds.
Would you like me to pound you every day?
Would
you like me to embarrass you?
Absolutely.
I think that's a driving force.
It really is. It's motivation.
You're disgusting.
Thank you.
You're hideous.
Okay.
Nobody would have sex with you.
Let's die. You're right.
When's the last time you had sex?
2 weeks ago.
With what?
Someone.
Did you do the couch slit thing?
No. She was breathing?
That's what I did when I was fat.
Yeah.
Cut a slit in the couch.
Oh, I've got a regular thing on the side. I don't know why. She likes big guys. It's the only thing.
I'd like to see a picture of her.
No pictures.
Why not?
No evidence.
She won't let you just take a headshot?
I don't want it. She's got this one tooth that's just kind of...
Is something wrong with the tooth?
You could probably dive off of it into a pool.
Does it stick straight out?
Yeah.
Where'd you meet her?
She's debating on getting cans or getting teeth or getting braces. That's how sad it is.
I believe I'd go to invest in the teeth at first.
That's what I told her. Get braces. She even stopped dancing for me, if you can believe it. She used to dance.
Now, when her tooth sticks out, does it stick like when a garage door is open?
It's kind of that, but kind of looks like when somebody ran into it with their car, kind of off to the side.
Oh.
Yeah.
What causes that?
Don't know.
Growing up in Tennessee, maybe. I don't know. That's where she's from. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure she's that the big pink snatch is going to open wide for you tonight.
She's got a hot little body. She's got this one tooth where I don't even want to look at her. It's like,
I understand.
Yeah.
All right. right. Well, we'll get you on a diet plan.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
It'll be very easy.
Thank you. All right. Well,
October, what is that, 6 months away?
Yeah.
Is that right? 5.5?
Maybe July, August, September, October. 6.
We'll get 50 pounds off you by October.
That'll work.
That'll be my pledge to you.
It's 10 pounds a month.
So, it's 2.5 pounds a week.
Okay.
Do you exercise?
I can.
You're going to start now.
Sure. Yeah, that works.
You have a lawnmower?
Yes, I do.
Good.
Yeah.
Already have his exercise planned out.
There you go. I live in a corner house, so I got a big yard.
Not your yard, mine.
Yeah. All right.
Wax on.
Wax off. There you go.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tassos from the Fabulous Dan and Tassos Show. Heard Sunday mornings at midnight. Or something like that. It really shouldn't be that hard.
It's not that people have to change the way they do.
You don't have to dramatically do it.
But you have to think ahead, and most people don't. Most people go, it's noon, I'm hungry. What is there to drive through? Think of one place you can get something decent to drive through.
Jack in the Box was what I lived on for like 6 months of the chef salad.
Right.
I'd peel the cheese off. They quit having
salads a long time ago. I think they just brought them back. Them were McDonald's. And Wendy's took out all the salad bars. You know?
Well, that's what I had with Jack in the Box.
They've still got triple cheeseburgers, but they took out the salad bars.
Yes, Sherry?
Hello?
Yes, ma'am?
Hey, listen, I have listened to you for the last 2 years.
Hey, hang up and call me back. You're on a crapped out phone. Or it's our phone line.
As far as fast food drive-through, what is there? What's quick and healthy? You got to think ahead.
You can start by Whataburger, get the chicken breast sandwich, just take the bread off.
That's true.
Grilled chicken breast. It's not fried. I believe it's grilled.
Chick-fil-A has those too. And you
Okay.
got to throw away the bread.
You know what? Everybody can come up with excuses. I can't find anything. There's plenty of crap. You stop at a 7-Eleven. I can make you a list of all kinds of stuff you can run in and get. It's not that difficult.
What could you get at 7-Eleven?
Well, they have salads. Well, they have something.
Okay.
You get a deli. You know what? Go in there and get a deli sandwich. They have those. Peel the bread off. Take the cheese out. You got a salad.
It's true.
Same thing with Subway. Being fat is nothing more than an excuse. There's no reason to be that way. None. Go ahead, Sherry.
Okay, Russ. Listen, I have listened to you for the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I weighed 246 pounds. And probably 6 or 7 months into listening to you, I had gastric bypass surgery. Because I never listened to my husband of almost 16 years about how women are fat and blah, blah, blah. I just thought, this is the way I was when he married me. I was skinny and so forth, okay?
Hang on. What did you weigh when you got married?
I weighed 127 pounds.
What did you weigh before the surgery?
246.
Ooga.
Oh, don't do that.
Ooga?
What?
How did you gain over 100 pounds?
Well, I am adopted, and mine is truly genetic.
It is not genetic.
Yes, it is.
Did you have kids?
I had one.
Spit it out.
I did. He's 14. Don't give me that. I know how you are. You have got a heart.
You know what? I am not buying this genetic stuff. I'm just not. It is impossible for you to eat low calorie, low fat, and still gain weight or maintain. It's physically impossible. It goes against the laws of physics.
Right.
Okay. You know the guy who you were talking to that does your nighttime show?
Mm-mm. Oh, Tassos, yeah.
Paco.
Right, yes.
Naco, whatever.
Got it. Cuteness time is over. Go ahead.
He eats, low, whatever. And my husband said, you do not eat big amounts of food. And I said, no. I said, I don't. And I could eat yogurt and, I swear on my grandmother's grave.
Of course.
I'm telling you.
You're right.
Sometimes it is genetic.
Then you're the perfect machine because you can put in a small amount of fuel and stockpile all this fat for later. That's perfect. Exactly you've evolved into the perfect human.
Well, no, not the perfect human, but anyways. But I'm just saying.
How much weight did you lose on the gastric bypass?
102 pounds.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And it's all because of you.
Now, why would you listen to some stupid voice on the radio as opposed to somebody you're married to? And I'm not being flippant here. That really strikes me as weird.
Because, I can list Dr. Atkins. No, he did not die from his diet.
Yes, he did.
No,
he got dizzy from the no carbs and fell on the ice, bumped his head, and next thing you know...
You just made Russ's point, by the way.
What? Hang on a second. What? What'd she do?
By doing the gastric bypass surgery, that doesn't change your metabolism. That just changes the amount of food you can put in your body. She was putting too much food in her body before. That's why she got fat. It had nothing to do with genetics. Otherwise, she'd still be fat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So it wasn't genetic.
I've done every diet in the world.
Okay. Hang on a second. How come I never thought of that?
Because you were busy.
How did you think of that?
Because I was listening.
But that's my point, though, right?
I know. She made your point.
You shrink the size of the stomach, and you can only take in a certain amount of calories.
It didn't change your metabolism.
You're right. Then I'm right.
You are right.
Wow. All right. Now what?
It didn't change your genetics.
Yeah.
It just changed the amount of food you can put in your body.
So how's it genetic? Huh? What are they doing?
I don't know. Not paying attention.
It's hard to hear.
Hit her.
No, don't get on now.
Hit her.
You have to get on there. It's hard to hear.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey, this is her husband?
Yes.
And I want to thank you because you're right. It is the amount of food that goes in her body.
Well, what did you say when she finally decided that, hey, I'm going to do this? Because if it were me, it's like, wait a minute, I've been bitching at you for 15 or 16 years, and all of a sudden you're going to do it because of something you heard on the radio?
Well, I thought it was great because, it solidified what I knew all the time, that it was the amount of food that went in her body.
What does that surgery cost?
Oh, gosh. When it was all said and done, it was about $65,000.
$65,000?
Yes.
$65,000.
That's minimum.
$1,000, not $6,500.
No, $65,000.
How much insurance covered that?
They covered the majority of it. I would have to say.
Is that what Dover's cost?
He told me $10,000.
Oh, I'd have to say they covered about 50 to 55 of it. 50 to 55,000.
I didn't know it was that much.
I don't think it is.
Just so you know, okay. I can barely hear you.
That's okay. I'm done with you anyway. Dover said his stomach thing cost 10?
10, if I remember correctly.
Maybe there was something different with her. Who knows? I don't know what the whole procedure entails. Did they just go in and cut out a large hunk of your stomach, right?
They staple it, yeah.
All right, so the stomach's still there. They just staple it.
It's just very small, and you could barely eat anything when you first start.
Now, does the stomach heal together, or could they go back later if they wanted and take the staples out?
That I do not know. I don't know. He will stay like that forever. And he lost over 100. I'll say he lost 110, 115 pounds.
I never thought about that. You're right. This gastric bypass, that proves my point. Mm-hmm. It's not genetic. If it was, the gastric bypass would do no good.
It wouldn't work. Exactly.
Huh.
I kept thinking, she's making your point.
Yeah,
for you.
Yeah. Good. Break again? Do we start news?
No.
All right.
Yeah! We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show.
Call Russ now at 214-787-1053.
What did they say?
He said you should stop by.
Why is that?
They want to put you in a Rolex.
Where'd they get that idea?
He said, like I said, the guy is an avid listener, and he loves the show, and every time I go in, he's always asking questions about you and stuff. So
he's not like a freaky listener.
No, actually, he's really, really calm. But he said you need to come anyway because they want to do the wax imprint of your tooth.
Oh, for my gold tooth.
Perfect.
Where are they? 75 at what?
At Beltline. Going north on 75, you'd exit Beltline and then go back under the bridge, and they're immediately right there. There's a McDonald's.
Oh, I know where that is. That's where all the construction is.
Yeah, the other stuff going on right there.
Right. In Richardson?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot. All right. I guess I could stop by just to
say hi.
Say hello. Because I have no Rolex. Always wanted to Rolex.
Mm-hmm.
Been my lifelong dream.
Really?
Especially to get a free one. God. All right. I don't need one. It'd be kind of cool to have.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yes, Melissa?
Hey, Russ. How are you?
I'm fine, sweetie. What can I do for you?
You were talking about the bypass surgery.
Yes, ma'am.
You said that you didn't understand how they work.
Okay.
There are two different kinds, actually, and one of them is the bypass, the one that costs about $50,000, and they go in and they actually cut a part of the stomach away, and they make it to the size of a female's fist, very small.
All right. So they're actually removing stuff there, where the stapling is just sectioning off part of the stomach.
Right, and that one's real cheap. They'll do that for like $20,000.
Okay. Well, then that explains the difference then. Right.
Yeah, and the recoup time on the actual stapling is a lot less. And the one that's really expensive, you have a lot of health problems afterwards because you can't digest food like you used to, and you don't get a lot of the vitamins and nutrients. So a lot of patients, they have hair loss, and it's lots of problems, lots of complications.
Well, I think you could deal with hair loss and stuff like that as opposed to dying 15, 20 years early because you're too fat.
Right, yep. So do you want to be bald or do you want to be fat? Yep.
Why would anybody want the removal if you can get the staples and do it just as cheaper?
Because they have a lot of complications with the banding because it's just like a little hard plastic ring, and some people have a problem where they pop off.
Oh, God, that make me sick just to think that my part of my stomach is
staple up.
Yeah. I mean, if I was going to have to go to that point, I'd give some diet one last chance before I actually went in for surgery.
Exactly. And when that little rubber band or piece of plastic pops off, it can kill you. And also, it's no guarantee that you're going to lose weight because you can stretch your stomach back out. So a lot of times what they'll do is they'll put an open port in your stomach where that means like if you're eating too much and you're not losing the weight like you want to, they can go in through that open port and insert saline into your stomach to make you feel like you're full. So you can actually stretch your stomach back out to the size that it was before you had the surgery.
You know, I would really just get a treadmill and walk 15 feet a day, and then walk.
Exactly.
Thank you, sweetie.
You're right.
And then go up to 20 feet a day. And I'm not being facetious. Just take something short. That's what I do when I'm sick of running. I'll just go in, and even though I'm not running as far as I should,
right,
I'll just maybe go in and knock out, a quick half mile, and then do the weights. Because I can't stand to run. It is the most mindless exercise you could possibly do.
Well, can you watch television or do something?
There's something about doing that doesn't help. Listening to music or watching TV, it just, for some reason, it's distracting and it makes it harder. I hate to run. So if I don't want to go the full 3 or 4 miles, I just do a half mile and go do the weights.
That's better than nothing.
And because I've got the weights in the house, I don't have the excuse of I don't want to get dressed up, I don't want to go to the gym, I don't want to do anything. Even if you only got 15 pounds of weight, that's more than you're lifting right now. Mm-hmm. And if this is not meant to be a sermon, it's just not that hard. You could gradually work your way into it. And the cool thing is when you start to see just a little bit of effort, that makes you want to do it that much more.
It does. And it releases endorphins and you feel better.
I don't know about endorphins. I couldn't give a rat's ass about that.
Runner's high.
All I know is your clothes fit better and you're not afraid of walking in front of a mirror. That's what made me lose that weight back in the early 80s. I didn't want to look in mirrors. Because you knew as you walked by one, there's going to be a fat guy on the other side.
And in your mind, I know, I did the same thing. In your mind, you still see yourself as thin. And then you see yourself reality and you go, damn.
Right.
Yeah, the American Council for Fitness and Nutrition. Little things at home. Take a brisk 10-minute walk before breakfast, after dinner, or both. Even small amounts, they say, add up. Do lifts or crunches while talking on the phone or watching TV. Do yard work in the evenings. Mm-hmm. Mowing the lawn for half an hour burns 150 calories.
That's it?
Yeah.
What about speed mowing when you're drunk?
I'm sure that burns a lot more. A lot more.
It's like mowing would burn off more calories, especially in the summer.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. You probably burn off more the way you do it.
Yeah.
Whatever. So take the farthest parking spot at the mall or grocery store, little things like that. It made me crazy. I was pulling into 24-hour fitness, and you know the story?
Everybody does that. Everybody's looking for a close spot.
This guy was blocking the road, waiting for this lady to pull out. I go all the way out and park out in the middle, walk up. He's still there. 3 minutes later to wait to go in to work out.
I know.
Retarded.
All right. We do news here. I feel bad for Tassos because I know how it gets. You get to a point you go, you know what? If I eat this chicken fried steak tonight, I'm not really going to, or if I skip this chicken fried steak, I'm going to look the same tomorrow. So I'll just start tomorrow.
Right.
If I have this tonight, I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to feel good. I'll start, and I'm going to be depressed anyway because I'm still going to be fat, even if I skip it. So what the hell? That's the hard part to get started.
Get it going, exactly.
I'm done with my sermon. You fat bastards, do whatever you want.
That was good.
Eat all the dilly bars you want.
And I'm not pitching Learn North or anything, but that's what he taught me. You never get hungry. Don't ever let yourself get hungry. This is not about starvation. It's about feeding your body. And I would have 5 meals a day. You guys make fun of me because I'm eating all the time, but I also lost 30 pounds.
You ain't lost no weight.
I have lost 30 pounds.
No, you haven't.
Hell, I haven't.
Has he lost 30 pounds?
Yes.
We don't think you have, Alex.
It's actually almost 40. When I start showing up in the Larry North infomercial that's getting ready to run, you'll see how much weight I lost.
How come your head ain't getting smaller?
My head is not large. Quit it. The only difference in my hair now and 10 years ago on my head is the way I did my hair.
No, I don't think
Yes, it is. Some people do change their hairstyle from decade to decade.
My hair is shorter.
I'm just saying.
How dare you make fun of me?
My hair is the only thing out there I make fun of you. Jesus.
My head's the same size.
The only thing that's changed on me is my hairstyle. My hair was puffier, fluffier.
How much more weight do you want to lose?
I want to go down about another 20.
Maybe you should work out your head more.
My head does not need working out. I'm wearing the same size hat I wore all my life.
Okay.
7 5/8, 7 4/8, depending on the hat.
Are you going bald?
No.
Pull your hair back. Pull your hair back.
What? This?
Yeah.
Oh, I've always had what they call a widow peak.
No, that's bald.
It's not balding. It's the same it's always been.
Pull it back like this.
It's always been just like that.
All right, let it go.
It's not balding.
I tell you who's going bald quick is Trey.
Yes, that I saw. You can see scalp.
Yeah, on the backside of his head.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to hurry up and get a rug before it gets out of control.
Yeah. At this point, he could probably still do plugs, even though they're kind of expensive, and no one would ever know.
What about Rogaine? Does that stuff still work?
I don't know.
Yes, Sean?
Hey, JD.
Yep.
When's your infomercial running?
I'm not sure yet. We shot it about 3 months ago, and they took it out to L.A. to produce it.
How much did they give you for it?
Nothing.
You did an infomercial for free?
Yes.
Why?
Because he helped me lose 40 pounds.
So?
It's just a testimonial. I'm not, talent during the whole thing. I walked in and went, here's what happened. Here's what he told me. Here's how much weight I lost. And it's a before picture and an after shot.
To take a before and after of your head?
Yes.
See, I'm not the only one.
He's saying it because you say it.
No, he doesn't. These people don't just follow me like sheep.
What did you just say?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to it. Hooty hoo.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Let's attempt news again.
Okay.
This will be our 4th attempt today.
Yes, it will.
625. JD Rhymes on Live 105.3.
Thank you. And it's brought to us by Service King Collision Repair Center. You can come out and join Eddie this Thursday from 11 to 1 in the afternoon at 4001 North Central at Spring Creek in Plano. You got hail damage. They'll be able to help you out there at Service King Collision Repair Center with Eddie. Scott Peterson pleaded not guilty today to 2 counts of murder. They alleged that he intentionally, deliberately, and with premeditation killed his 27-year-old wife and their unborn child. He said, I didn't do it. If you've seen the movie Three Kings, where George Clooney, Ice Cube, and Marky Mark play U.S. soldiers who discovered millions of dollars in gold bars hidden in Iraq, then you got some idea how Staff Sergeant Kenneth Buff feels. He's one of the U.S. soldiers who just stumbled upon, are you ready? $656 million in American cash hidden away in Saddam Hussein's area. They found a cottage where the door was blocked and it had a brick wall in front of it. So they broke that down, walked in, found 40 steel boxes. They broke those open, found 40 stacks of $100 bills, $100,000 per stack for a total of more than $4 million in the box. Assuming all 40 boxes had the same, that's about $160 million in U.S. cash. Next door was another cottage, another 40 boxes. It goes on and on and on. They totaled it up to about $656 million. All had serial numbers, and it was all fresh from the U.S. Federal Reserve banks. Gregory Smith of Ashland, Virginia, about to graduate from college at age 13. If you think you're smart, listen to this. He was solving math problems at 14 months, correcting adults' grammar by age 2, graduated from high school with honors at age 9, founded an international organization for children's rights, and he's been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize twice. Once again, he's 13.
Maybe he'll get a tumor.
Next month, quit it. God, Greg will get his bachelor's degree in mathematics.
There's no reason for anybody to be that smart. See, their brain's cooking overtime, making tumors.
No, it's not.
Something's wrong.
Once he gets his diploma, he's off to grad school. The 13-year-old plans to get a PhD in math, aerospace engineering, political science, and biomedical engineering.
How old is Doogie now?
Doogie's 13.
Probably a dork.
Probably.
You don't get it all. God doesn't give you everything. God gives everybody little bits and pieces of stuff.
He wants to be the president of the United States someday.
It's like retarded people. They don't get a lot of smarts, but God makes them really happy. And they're happy with the smallest of things.
Sure.
Bag full of spit. Normally they make it themselves.
Yes.
Happiest people I ever meet are when I'm checking out at Kroger.
You're right.
Because they hire handicapped people.
They're never grumpy.
They're great workers. Mm-hmm. They always want to carry your bags to the car. Granted, you get home, you get slobber all over your Doritos. But it's okay because I know it's well-meant slobber.
Yes. It's happy slobber.
Slobber from the heart.
Correct. 4 cops from Fullerton, California, responding to a call about a possible suicide attempt, went to a woman's house and found her in a bedroom. They thought she was unconscious. So, one brave officer did what the rest of many would do. That's it. Tried to wake her up by farting in her face. Another cop.
Hey, try it again. Get her closer to her nose.
Another cop climbed up on the woman's bed and pretended to lick her. Eventually, paramedics arrived and found the woman had not tried to commit suicide, and she was not unconscious. Yeah, she was awake. So the cops who pretended to lick her and the one who basically did that to her have been suspended for 60 hours.
Why? They're trying to save her life.
It's about $2,000 in pay. Their partners received 12 hours for not stopping it.
Why would you stop it? They're trying to wake her up.
No, they're farting. Why don't you just put cold water in her face or something?
Because it's drastic times call for drastic measures.
Apparently,
a woman is passed out. You don't know how much longer she's got to live. Good God, man, fart in her face. You don't know when the paramedics are going to be there.
You don't need to fart in someone's face.
Did she die?
She was never unconscious.
Did she die?
No.
Okay, then this men saved her life.
No.
They gave her the breath of life.
Mm-mm.
God bless them both.
Okay. The reinvention of Monica Lewinsky starts today. The former little thing will be unveiled today. First as a guest host of The View, that was earlier, and then tonight as the MC of the new reality show called Mr. Personality. As a new woman with a new career, a new look, and a new view on life, it says here. Fox, the network that hired her to host Mr. Personality, has managed her comeback like a presidential campaign. She has granted only one print interview, that was with Newsweek, and one TV appearance, that was with Barbara Walters on The View, that was earlier today. No Letterman, no Leno, no radio, no nothing. On Mr. Personality, a bachelorette named Haley must choose a suitor from among a group of guys wearing masks. In essence, choose her guy based on his wit and charm rather than his looks.
I am so sick of reality TV.
I thought it would go away with the war. I really did. I really thought we had enough reality.
So now these are a bunch of guys wearing masks.
Correct.
And they just pick them based on their own personality.
Right.
Genius.
10 out of Fox.
You know what? It's our own fault because people keep watching the crap.
Yeah. Well, they started out halfway decent. Survivor, the very first one was kind of interesting because nobody had done it before. Then it's 2, 3, 4, and all the spinoffs.
The only one that I ever watched, and I only watched it for, I think, one night. Whatever the one with Melissa Rivers.
I don't even remember.
I'm a Celebrity? Get me out of here? Or whatever that is. Oh, the one, and Bruce Jenner or whatever the name is. The Olympian.
Right.
Yeah. He was on it. The one with the bad facelift.
Mm-hmm.
I watched that. After one night, I had it down, and I was sick of it.
Big Brother and all the other ones that followed. All right. Speaking of folks getting new shows, former WJLB morning host Big Tigger also hosts The Basement on Black Entertainment Television.
No.
Made a deal with...
No.
What?
No.
No what?
He's from BET?
Yeah.
What's the name of the show?
No, his name is Big Tigger. Has inked a deal with Premier Radio to host Live in the Den with Big Tigger. The show will explore the world of hip-hop with interviews such as R. Kelly, LL, and P. Diddy. The show premieres April 27th.
Man, it's a typo.
No.
Are you sure?
And finally, there's a new website out there called RevokeTheOscar.com. The problem? The 75th Academy Awards handed the Oscar for Best Documentary to Michael Moore for Bowling for Columbine. Bowling is, according to this, is a nasty bit of anti-American propaganda. Viewers are taught that America was founded on violence and fear, Charlton Heston is a fool, and terrorist attack on 9/11 is related to past American foreign policy. In short, it's our own fault. Here's what you can do. You can go to RevokeTheOscar.com.
Well, wait a minute. They can give, if it's still a documentary, which I don't believe it is, but that doesn't seem to be their point.
That's the second point.
Okay,
he invented facts, fabricated events, staged scenes, and doctored the depiction of what actually happened. When Heston, for example, gave a mild-mannered speech, Moore simply edited the footage, inserted basically a speech from a previous year to make him sound arrogant. So he edited things, he's lied.
Wait a minute, slow down. Okay. When Charlton Heston gave a speech about what?
At the National Rifle Association.
All right, what difference?
It's just the way he's edited things and put things like, he said anybody can walk into this bank over here and you get a free rifle.
Well, we know about that because we read, I guess it was on the internet, that from last week, to where you can go in and for opening up a CD or an account, you can, of all the different things you can get, a rifle is one of them, but you have to pass a background check and you have to go to the gun store where they sell that to go get it. They don't give it to you at the bank.
And that's what he made it look like, because he staged it. The Academy Award can reward propaganda if it pleases. It can reward anti-Americanism if it pleases. But its own rules establish that it cannot reward fiction as best documentary. So basically they're trying to get us.
And what's the website again? Because everybody's going to call
RevokeTheOscar.com.
That's it. All the information, what we need to do is on there.
Oh, everything's on there. RevokeTheOscar.com. There it is. There's news and information. I'm J.D. Ryan on Live 105.3 to Talk That Rocks, Texas.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show.
All right. 641. Eddie Boyd is here. Dre Trenholm. Dan O'Malley. J.D. Ryan. KLLI Foot with Traffic. I think what I was going to do here. Oh, did you hear about the high calcium diets?
No.
In fact, I told Trey to get Dr. David Winter on from Baylor. See if he knew anything about it, because they say that a diet with high calcium helps you pull off the weight too.
Okay. Never heard of that one.
That was on CNN today. Hold on a second. Interns. There's a dip that wants to be an intern. Stop typing.
I was looking up high calcium diet.
I have the link. Do you know anything about it?
I was getting ready to find out.
Dr. David Winter on that.
Okay.
Dietary calcium plays a pivotal role in the regulation of energy metabolism. As we have found, high calcium diets tend to attenuate adipocyte lipid accretion and weight gain during periods of consumption of energy-dense diet, and increase lipolysis, thermogenesis during caloric restriction, thereby markedly accelerating weight loss. See?
There it is. And how much is enough? Does it say?
I don't know. Looking, low calcium diets impede body fat loss, while high calcium diets markedly accelerate fat loss in transgenic mice subjected to caloric restriction. Why does this have to be written like that?
It's done by doctors.
These findings are further supported by clinical data demonstrating that increasing dietary calcium results in significant reductions of adipose tissue mass in obese humans, as well as in Haynes 3 data demonstrating profound reduction of odds being obese. That's why I dropped out of college.
It says diets high in salt, animal protein, alcohol, or caffeine basically make you excrete more calcium.
Yeah. So we should take calcium supplements.
Oh, God, here we go.
But we don't want the osteoporosis.
No, don't mostly women get that.
I don't know. If you're excreting calcium, then we're going to get the osteoporosis.
Clearly it says alcohol consumption here.
Well, then we're going to have to start eating the Tums.
Tums?
Tums has calcium in it.
Why don't you just get a calcium tablet? Wouldn't that be good?
I suppose. At least you don't have to increase it in your diet.
I think there's something that comes along bad with taking too much antacids, too. Doesn't it do something to your stomach?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I'm not a doctor.
I'm asking.
We'll ask Dr. David Winter tomorrow.
Okay.
He seems to know a little bit about everything. And I'm sure he'll have a picture of guts to go along with the story.
Most likely.
Anyway, that was the thing that I heard about today. I was going to mention that to Tassos, but I forgot about it. And I haven't had time to check on it. And I don't know how that diet would go if you combined it with, like, an Atkins diet of high protein, low carbs.
Right.
I don't know if doing all that stuff, I just think when you start eliminating things or emphasizing one thing too much, it just gets freaky.
I agree.
People stayed thin back in caveman days. They didn't have Tums.
They ran around all the time, and they had to hunt for their food. They couldn't pull through McDonald's.
Yeah, they was running from the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
No.
The great big dinosaur Mexican.
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
It was. Great big tall dinosaur, little bitty arms, and a sombrero.
I see.
60-foot tall leaf blower.
No.
Oh, God. What do we have to play today, Eddie?
How about Could the Answer Be C? It's about the only thing we have time for.
We have cool gifts today, too.
We have a clump of spots left?
Yes.
Oh, all right. All right, Dan, line me up somebody for Could the Answer Be C, if you would. Okay, you've already loaded that up. Then here we go. We'll do this now.
It's time to get lucky and play the game that even a mutant mongoloid monkey could win. Let's play Could the Answer Be C? And here's your host, Russ Martin.
All right. Dusty.
Yes.
Welcome to the show. What do you do for a living?
I work for a wireless email company.
Wireless email. Which one is that?
WebLink Wireless.
And how do I retrieve the email wirelessly?
It hits you. It's basically a two-way pager.
Oh, I've seen those.
With its own email address.
Okay. And does the pager have a little keyboard on it?
Sure does.
All right. What is Dusty playing for here, JD?
Dusty's playing for a wonderful prize pack today. It'll be 12 months bronze level web hosting from RevertBiz.com, the official web host of Live 103 and the Russ Martin Show.
Live 1053.
1053 and the Russ Martin Show, and a pair of tickets to see Def Leppard coming May the 25th to Next Stage in Grand Prairie.
I didn't know they were coming.
Tickets now available at all Ticketmaster locations. Call 214-373-8000.
All right.
Yes.
You know how to play this, Dusty?
Yes, I do.
All right. You'll have to get all the questions right to win the fabulous prize pack. Here we go. Question number 1. Stanford University says that too many people are able to score high on IQ tests, so they are beginning to factor in other things like A, their ability to hold down a good job, B, their ability to translate learned knowledge into everyday life, C, their ability to pick a girlfriend that doesn't freak out and try to kill them all at the drop of a hat.
I'm going to go with C.
Everett. Is that who you're talking about? Okay. Trying to restart his acting career, J.D. Ryan spent the weekend doing a passion play to reenact the crucifixion of Christ. The hardest part was A, realizing he isn't living a Christian lifestyle, B, speaking an old English dialect, or C, fighting the temptation to catch the cross on fire when it was erected.
All right.
Again, C.
Okay.
Do you hear about the fruits that actually have themselves crucified for Easter?
Yep. Sure have. Nuts.
Where do they do that, Eddie? You never heard about that?
I've heard, this is recently, because I've heard of it a long time ago, but
I believe they did it this past weekend.
Oh, that's incredible. No, they used to have, I'm trying to remember the name of the country. It was a small island country, but that was their big thing, was they would reenact it all the way through the crucifixion.
Yeah. They get, sterilized nails.
Right.
Hit apart to the hands and the feet where, there's not any severe damage done. They do this voluntarily. It's not like you go drag them out of a house and go, hey, guess what we're doing today? All right. Trey Trenholm says that he hopes to use his newfound knowledge of producing to A, do a weekend show and develop his own on-air talent, B, move to a bigger market and find a syndicated show, or C, start his own children's network called Nickelodeon.
C.
I should have used that to finish. That was a good one, Eddie. All right. Worried that he will not be able to enjoy the summertime on his new boat, J.D. Ryan says it's because A, the Russ Martin Show has gotten too big and he's lost all anonymity. B, he's told too many people what lake he enjoys. C, no one else has a boat named the Flaming Cross.
All right. C.
Russ Martin said that he is trying to rekindle an old flame because A, she was the last girlfriend he felt a true love for. B, he wants to exact a revenge that has been a long time coming. C, all of his new girlfriends have parents his age.
C.
Asked if he would ever go back to the Russ Martin Show, Dan Lewis said no because A, things would never be the same. B, a person should never take a step backwards. C, on his new job, he gets a gun, a badge, and a full run of the mall before anyone gets there.
I'm going to go with C.
Easter weekend in Dallas was marred this year by A, the worries over the war in Iraq. B, all the recent scandals with the Catholic Church. C, the pasty pink-nippled Easter bunny hiding eggs in the park.
C.
Yes. Trey Trenholm says that he loves this time of year because A, he can finally start wearing short-sleeve shirts. B, he can go outside without worry of sunburn. Or C, being the only child means he can find all of the eggs his mom hides for him in the yard.
C.
Yes. J.D. Ryan said that he was really disappointed about the death of Dr. Atkins last week because A, he didn't have him on his Deadpool list. B, he never got his autographed book. C, Atkins was about to tell the world how to get rid of that unsightly head weight.
C.
And finally, Dan Lewis said the hardest part about having a job outside of the radio business is A, no one knows who he is. B, he doesn't get the perks he used to get. Or C, he still answers the phone, the Russ Martin Show, instead of, welcome to Pizza Hut. Thank you. You get all of them?
He got them all.
And tell him what he's got.
He's got 12 months bronze level web hosting service from birdfizz.com, the official web host of Live 105.3 and the Russ Martin Show, and a pair of tickets to see Def Leppard May 25th at Next Stage in Grand Prairie. They're available at Ticketmaster, 214-373-8000.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show.
Wrong button. So is the whole song like that?
No, that's the weird part is it's not an exact ripoff of Dancing Queen. It's just the chorus part is identical.
What cut was the Shania thing?
3 and 5. Shania's 3. It's called C'est la vie. I heard it on country music television over the weekend. It was, hey.
That's Dancing Queen, yeah. You can't. Does it go into that?
No. It does not exact. That's just that part is. The rest of the song is similar.
Dig it.
Yep, they don't give credit. There's a lawsuit there. That's just no.
Yeah, that's a dandy one.
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking about that over the weekend. How do you write songs now and not duplicate all the other songs that have ever been published?
I thought thought about that one time, too. It's like at some point, every chord progression will have to be done. You know? But, I mean, you take a song that obvious, all the little nuances are there of Dancing Queen.
Is Trey still staring at me from the hall?
Yes, he is.
You just standing there?
Mm-hmm.
You waving at me?
Mm-mm. Just staring.
Does he want in?
I guess.
Look at him, see if he wants in.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
He does want in?
Yes.
Maybe we should put a doggy door.
I think he'd crawl through it.
Yeah. Just right there at the bottom of the studio door. Just a flap big enough for him to get in, but he's got to crawl in on all fours. Eddie, tell engineering I want a doggy door put in the studio door. Okay. So Trey can come in and go out with a little rubber mat, a little magnet at the bottom so it automatically goes closed every time. Okay. Thank you. All right. You may come in.
Does that look like the guy that...
That what?
The Mark Britton.
Oh, the one that pissed me off?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay. Different one then.
Well, I never saw him, but the guy is, oh yeah, I did. I saw a picture. He was Asian.
Oh, okay.
So is this not, well, maybe I got the name wrong then.
Well, there could be more than one. That guy's in Germany. So that's why I was asking is.
Oh, no, the one that was
successful here.
No, when I was at the Eagle, the comedian that was calling me, if it's the same, if that's the right name, Mark Britton, he was Asian and he kept calling and he was pissed off because we bumped him from the show and then he tried to go over my head and get booked. It's like, dude, if I don't want you on, going over my head's going to piss me off, and I don't think the chat we're going to have on the air is going to be advantageous to you or your career. Mm-hmm. So then he's doing his little gigs out at Hyenas, giving out my office number. So I'm getting all these nasty messages. Then he decides he's going to call into the show, which I couldn't believe he was doing. Then his kid's making noise in the background. I'm like, hey, that your kid? Yeah. Huh. You going to, little hair on him, pretend he's a dog and eat it? And that was too much for him, so he hung up, called Greg and went, I don't want him talking about me anymore. Tough. You're the one that climbed it in the tank.
I have several friends that are comedians. Somebody will know him.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure we'll find out sooner or later. An absolute idiot. If that's the right guy to call in, bitch and moan, cop an attitude, and then call Greg and go, I don't know what they're saying now. Well, that's the way it works. Call into my show and expect to get away with that. I'll dislocate my jaw and eat you. Hi, Mike.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Well, I was calling because I know who the comedian Russ is talking about is.
All right.
It's Russ.
Yes? Turn that shot, shish, shush, yeah, shut, die. Do you know what he wanted?
Yeah, he was going to say go to gotcrack.com, and the guy also is known as the Chinaman, Mark Britton. And there's photos of him there, so see if that's him.
It took him that long to spit that out?
He was listening to the radio. It was confusing.
All right, hang on. I spelled crack with too many C's. Got crack. Mark Britton official website. All right, everybody off the website. It's slowing down. I think that's him. Is he Asian? He must be if he's called the Chinaman.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would guess that's probably him then. Well, it's a fabulous, fabulous website. Can't wait to hear from him. Pics and clips. Oh, look, pictures of his family. I guess he didn't eat them. I would have eaten that one. Okay. What? Nothing. All right. Can't believe somebody would remember that after 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, I heard it, and I just barely remember the conversation, but I remember him calling in. I'm thinking, what an idiot. What do you call Letterman and go, hey, I'm going to be on your show. No, I'm going to be on your show.
I'm going to come in. You don't want me on because you're afraid I'm going to be funnier than you. I don't give a rat's ass if you're funnier than me. If you come in and you're funny, that gives me 5 or 10 minutes to relax. Mm-hmm. I'm not like a comedian where I can do exactly the same material every single day. We have to come up with something fresh and exciting.
Yes.
New.
Daily.
That's what this show is. Fresh, exciting, and new. It's the Love Boat of radio. Come aboard, we're expecting you. All right. See? Mark Britton couldn't come up with something witty like that.
Not a new way.
Did I mention the chocolate Easter bunnies, how they go?
Yes, you did. For more information about the Russ Martin Show.
Did I say what the chocolate Easter bunnies say?
To email us during the show.
Hop. Yeah. Thank you. Hippity hop.
Quit it. Stop it. For more information about the Russ Martin Show, if you'd like to email us, details on the Police and Firefighter Foundation, go to russmartin.com. To instant email us during the show, only during the show, you can send it to studio@russmartin.com and or hop@russmartin.com. For Trey's website, go to treytrenholm.com. Find Eddie on the World Wide Web at eddieboyd.com. For me and my pictures, it's johndavidryan.com. Limousine service provided by George at Ultimate Limousines. Call him at 214-668-5363. And finally, the official site for the Talk That Rocks is live1053.com.
And to look at the website of our favorite band from the Cayman Islands.
That's right.
It's Kid with one D, kidcraddock.com. Congratulations to them to have their website back. We're very excited for them. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
See ya.